It's almost time to stream.
I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna freaking throw up.
Nah, ay, ya. Nah, ay, ya. Nah, ay. Here it comes. Bring the beat in, ya. Beat it up. Here it is. Hi.
I was mudded. When are you doing a backflip? I don't know how. Should I do a stream where I learn how to backflip? I feel like that could end violently and suddenly.
Running and running, running and running, running and running, running.
Back when I was a kid, that song would play on the radio and I would throw it back.
That will result in many injuries. Yeah, if we're not careful. What the frick is up? Sorry. No, I know I said I would build a level today. I think I'm too tired. Check, can we build a level next week? We've already done stream segments. I know, I'm sorry. I know I said Wednesday, but I kind of... I think it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a special stream, but I think we'll have time for it next week. This I swear. But I wasn't expecting Streamer University 2 to drop, and that's already kind of like my variety for the week. I need to do more reacts because that's what all the YouTube viewers, or I guess the long form viewers want. And I need to give them what I want, or what they want, if I want to be a good content creator. I think that's the hint to being a content creator, is like you do a little bit of column A, which is what you want, and a little bit of column B. And Streamer University was already a segment that was mine. Building a level is something that's mine, that I also think people are gonna like. But I think we should do it next week. Also, this is something you fully don't need to know, but administratively speaking, I'm trying to... It's funny, the 2 weeks before I went on my vacation and my trip were super busy, and I think the 2 weeks returning from my trip are gonna be super busy because I'm trying to work with, I mentioned like the shorts editor I've kind of been working with a bit. Some of you have called it out on some of the shorts. You're like, whoa, the edits look really good on this one. It's because I'm paying an editor. But I need to get a backlog of content recorded so that I can get stuff to him to edit. My goal within the next couple of months is I want to have all my shorts edited by somebody else. So that's what I'm working towards. What that means for this week and probably next week is we need like, and instead of like, because on a weekly basis, I typically have 2 days where we need like where we need double reacts, or like we need a react and then a segment. If you've been watching for like the past month, you know, like sometimes it's a double react day, or like we've had days where we do a react and we do a wheel spin. Can you just close the editor? Yeah, his name's Kihil. Quinn linked me up with him. He's been great. He's been great to work with. He's been a joy. So if you see a short that's clearly not edited in my style and you want to support him, be sure to comment W Kihil. He's been very friendly and nice and very communicative. Yeah. Again, people, they've already caught some shorts where it's like very clear I haven't edited it, and they're just like, wow, the editing, this one's really good. Can you spell it out? Yeah. It's spelled how it's said. He's been lovely. But he also has a team, and so I'm trying to help him and his team out. Well, also while they're helping me out. Because honestly, my main problem production-wise is post-prod side. So basically, if over the next couple of months I can get someone, or like all my shorts offloaded, I'll have so much more time and energy to focus on stream. And I just want to do more fun stuff on stream. Like, I want to be able to allocate more of like my brain juice into doing fun stuff like the Wikipedia speedrun we did last week, or like the Streamer University stuff. For those of you who were around when we did that, it's fun, no? It's fun when we do specific segments. And we're also going to do more segments like I do want to do the segment where I make a level. Or like we also did the segment where like we made the Minecraft skin together. I want to do more stuff like that. More like chat interactive, fun, stream-based content. But while I'm still editing all my stuff, it feels kind of difficult to get there. So that's why I'm trying to prioritize it. And obviously the dream I still have is I just want to fully have somebody who is like managing my channel where I can just like, I can talk to them on any given day and I can just kind of worry about the stream. Basically, if I could clone myself and have one person worry about like the administration of like packaging all my content after I'm not on stream, and I could just worry about the stream, that would be the dream. And I feel like once I can scale the TeejVeen channel to that point, we're really going to be cooking with gasoline. And then it's like basically nothing but the moon at that point. But scaling up to that point is difficult. Are you going to play horror games? That'd be fun and good for shorts and YouTube in general. Yes, I want to like, I want to eventually play horror games too. Like I want my stream to be able to be a playground where we can kind of just do whatever. But getting to that point as a creator is quite difficult. But step one to me being able to do that, I think, is, again, just not having to worry so much about, or not worry, not having to work so much when I'm not live. Yeah, the plan is not just GD in the future. I do think that currently long-term wise, I still do like I love GD and I care about it very much. And I think that it's a good main pillar for our channel for sure. And also I really identify well with like Geometry Dash as a community, especially with the creators. I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. But yeah, I'm just kind of thinking about, I want to do more stuff because doing more stuff just makes me feel more inspired creatively. And honestly, in terms of being a content creator, I feel like most people are this way. Like I like editing fine, but it's definitely not my first choice. If it comes to like, if there was one thing I could do with content the rest of my life, it would be to be on camera, saying stuff and making people laugh and getting them to be entertained and engaged, I think is the part I like. Other people, their passion is editing, but not mine. King Sam started with GD and now he does variety at GD. People still watch him. Yeah, for sure. I think I've talked about this before on stream. That's often the pathway for streamers, and that's certainly where my sentiment is. I think there are streamers who are eventually able to segue into variety, but for most people, there's always the odd case where it just kind of works like variety from the jump. Most people, they need to like establish themselves in one game first, I think. But also, yeah, you have to be entertaining and like, I guess, quote unquote, good enough to be able to get those viewers to watch you not playing the main game. Yeah, base game plus variety is a good combo. I think the current cadence we have where like we play GD, like if I could get to a point where basically we record our content for the day, we play like the main level we're grinding, and then like we have like a wild card slot for the remainder of the stream where we can kind of do variety or we can do a stream segment. I think that would be my dream, at least at this point, for how the streams flow. Because by my estimation, or at least from like the experience I've done, I feel like the strongest things typically for stream, like a segment is best when it's like an hour or less. I think things can start to drag when you're on them for more than an hour. But you know, for GD is kind of a whole different beast because obviously like most GD streams, folks are just grinding the game usually for like 2+ hours. But I don't think that's the kind of streamer I want to be. Especially like as I've gotten to harder levels in the game like Bloodbath. Because I especially felt it yesterday, chat. Also, we need to talk about this. I was severely tilted by the end of last stream because we got 27% times 7, if you couldn't tell from the titles. So I think today we'll talk about this again when we get to Bloodbath, or the Bloodbath segment. I don't think we're gonna start by playing from zero today. I think at this point my brain has gotten the memo, or like my heart has gotten the memo. I think I need to step away a bit from runs from zero, let that cook a little bit in the background, I want to focus on midsection runs. Because, for example, if you look at the bottom left of our screen, I like the idea of getting like a 33% to 66, or even better, I like the idea of getting a 33% to 71% run. Basically nullifying our, because like I'm still working on the plan of getting it to the third run. Or yeah, we can also play from 25. That was the other consideration I had. Like, if we could get a run from like 25 to maybe the end of crack, then we could also potentially focus on the run that people have been bothering me that I should do of like 55 to 100. I don't know. There's a lot of options we have in the mid section of the level. And as we play more from zero, I just kind of realized that like, I kind of, and I know it's been an ebb and flow. I've been going back and forth with it on Bloodbath of like, oh, I need to focus on Michigan. Oh, I need to focus on this. I think we need to focus on the midsection consistency because I'm consistent enough on everything up to Michigan. So I think my consideration is probably we will start at 25 today to see how Michigan consistency is today. If we can play from 25, that's great. If Michigan's just not there today and I'm a little tilted, we might just see how deep of a run from 33 we can get. Because I think 33 to 71 is not a crazy run. And if we get 33 to 71, that's basically 2 out of the 3 runs we need to get Bloodbath in 3 runs. And then we can hard focus on runs from 0. And then basically once we get a Michigan clear, which would be 33%, we have Bloodbath in 3 runs. Then it's kind of more of a movie that way, because when we eventually get the Michigan clear from 0, it'll be like, yay, we got past Michigan, but also, yay, we have Bloodbath in 3 runs. Does that make sense? I'll probably go over that again once we get to the Bloodbath section, but that's where my head's at, just because obviously, like, this is the only time I've ever, like, died on the same part of a level literally 7 times. Like, I don't think I've ever had a mind block like this, and my intuition is telling me, like, hey, you know, let's do the thing that we've done from 0 before. There's other fish to fry. It's not like the only progress we can make is from 0. Let's let the 27% times 7. Let's give it a break. Let's get Michigan and onwards more consistent. Get Bloodbath basically a few percent away from Bloodbath in 3, and then we'll reassess. Also, chat, this was kind of crazy. I don't know how many of you were around when we played Lego Party last week, but Quinn posted a little video of it. He literally messaged us this morning. Who is here for Lego Party? It's okay if you weren't. Look at this, bro. Oops. Lego commented! Lego's the only comment! That's crazy. It's the real Lego channel. Oops. 21.7 million subs on Quinn's freaking Lego Party video. W Lego admin? Yeah. I mean, we talked about it. We were like, okay, this is probably like they have notifications set up. But they said, sounds like peak party chaos. And I said, I love your work. And you can say that you're friends with Lego. Should I refresh and see if they replied? They left me on red. L ego. Yeah. Dude, I got egoed by Lego. It was 24 minutes ago. I will give them 24 hours. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Quinn's got motion, bro. He got that Legotion. There's always an L in Lego. What can you do? Oh, that was cool, though. It's cool when stuff happens. My opinion. Ah. Also, it's a Celsius day, chat. If I start vibrating, you know why. Hey, Tej, my hardest is Slaughterhouse. Do you want tips on how to play GD? I'm good. Don't like the company, but that's W. Wait, did Lego do bad stuff? Bloodbath from 9 circles, bro. You're insane, bro. That's what they tell me. And to that I say, would an insane person do this? Ah! Yes? Oh. The only bad thing Lego did was not reply back to Tej. I agree. Big companies' comments always feel slightly automated. I mean, for sure. But doesn't my stream feel slightly automated at this point? It's because I'm sponsored by... Actually, I can't make that joke. I don't have a sponsor. What company does not do bad stuff? When you're in good company with friends. Just the kind of stuff I come up with. I don't know. They just became really lazy and overpriced because people would buy their stuff anyways. That's kind of the natural capitalistic urge. Like that immediately knee-jerk reaction reminds me of, you know, Game Freak, the Pokemon game company? That's the main gripe people have with them. Of just the slop games they put out. I don't know if there's been a recent, like, awesome Pokemon game, so don't kill me. But that was the sentiment over, like, the past 5 years. Did you see the 51 Heliopolis? No, but people in chat told me about it yesterday. Oh, I didn't hear Pokepia's good. Yo, Bacon Looter, thanks for the 4 months. What the heck? W sub indeed. Wait, oh, wait, I hit this yesterday. Chat, we're almost at 60 subs. Oh my God. I don't know if a resub counts. But W sub nonetheless. They're part of the machine. The machine that makes me Veen. I'm sorry, chat. I do want to make a level, but I think that's probably more of a next week thing. I'm excited. Teach penis? Why'd I read that out loud? Spent my money on Nitro, I would, bro. Hey, that's okay. I think that I actually get a cut of Twitch Nitro if you watch my stream and have it. But guys, don't forget, if you have an Amazon Prime subscription and you link your Twitch account, you can subscribe with Prime for free once per month. And wouldn't it be cool if you did that for small streamer like me? Nitro is BIS? Are you saying BIS as in best in slot? Like in an MMO? I don't have Amazon. That's okay. I think it's okay to not have things. It's just like if you do have it, then you can use it, you know? Forgot most people don't know what that means here. I knew you would though. Yeah, I just wanted... I had a feeling you were using it in that way. I just wanted to clarify in case people thought it was a typo. But W ball knowledge. Teach penis is peak, bro. I know it's my first stream, but this guy is fire. Please don't start calling me Teach penis. Let's not let that stick, huh? Beauty and silence. Should we sit in silence for a moment? Chat, do you only enjoy like the super exciting moments of the media you consume, or do you enjoy the beauty and the spaces in between? Wasn't that kind of peaceful just now? Deltarune Chapter 5 dropping the 24th. I did hear people talking about that. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, everyone says teach penis, but not splavicious. Is everyone having a splavicious day, by the way? The excitement because I'm too rotted to sit in silence? That's also fair. It's hard to be alone with your own thoughts these days. I like when I can hear birds chirping in the wild. I also like the whimsy inherent in nature. I found that as I get older, I start to appreciate quiet, peaceful moments outside more. Hey, my alarm just went off on my cellular device. Oh, I'm gonna doom scroll now. No, I gotta go live in 10 minutes. Please remind me. I enjoy the flow of whatever the day brings me. It's important to feel the flow. Don't you know? If chat ever gets really bad, you should do a great chat reset. What would that entail? Are you talking about mass banning? Ah! I almost spilled my water bottle. Sorry, I wasn't getting scared at the idea of mass banning. I was just, my water bottle almost fell over. My day has been very splivicious. Thanks for asking. Hey, W. The great chat reset's so tough. Yeah, but what is it? It's almost time to go live. Time out everyone for 1 second so the chat disappears. But what would stream be without chat? If a tree falls in the forest, but no one's here to make fun of it and bait it into a crash out, who was phone? I don't know what I'm saying. TeejVeen? Do you guys like TeejVeen? I feel like I'm just kind of flapping my jaw. Sorry, I think it's survivorship bias. I think that you probably wouldn't be here if you didn't like the app. Okay. Because this is what I like to do. It would be a stream without chat. I don't know, man. I feel like the stream doesn't really exist if you don't have chatters. I mean, it does. Sorry, that sounds bad. Because I remember what my streams were like when I didn't have a chat. But streaming's a lot easier when you have people in chat, man. I'm not gonna lie. Your yap is what makes you you. Kind of like a fingerprint, no? Oh, I shouldn't put that on camera because probably there's AI technology now where you guys can just like scrub thumbprints off of like someone's video and then you can 3D print it. Never mind, it doesn't even focus. I think I'm fine. Veen, can you teach me? I'm busy right now, sorry. What's fierce to fathom? Already screenshotted it? No! Would you guys clone me if you could? Is that going to become an ethical concern once like cloning becomes more widespread? Like the same way like deepfakes were kind of an issue? Sorry, man, that's self-promo. Hit you with the ban. Sorry. We got a rule against self-promo. Didn't want to have to do it to you. I'm so freaking sorry. I can sell your fingerprint now? Oh, no. Oh, it's a horror game. I've never played Fierce to Fathom. Stream with no chat is kind of like hosting a party and no one comes. That's what being a streamer is for, like, most of it. It's just a party of one. What games do you play outside of GD? I like to play mind games. Like, here's one. There's a guy in a room. Actually, this is inappropriate. I can't say this. Never mind. Mind games? Oh, like Minesweeper? You heard of in vitro meat? It's meat production through cloning. I feel like that's rings a bell. Or rings a smell. Because meat smells. I love Minesweeper, but I suck at it. I love vacuuming. Sorry. I love vacuuming, but I suck at it. So funny, I forgot to laugh. Damn. I work on a factory where we 3D print the meat you all eat. Wait. W microplastics. Do you consent to being cloned? I don't want to be sued. I don't consent to being cloned. Because if someone else cloned me, then I might end up in one of those movie situations where I have to convince someone like, no, they're the evil clone. No, it's me. And I'm such a pushover that honestly, I could probably be convinced somehow that I'm the clone. Be like, shut up, you're the clone. And I'd be like, damn, I don't really know. They might be right. I haven't watched Tusk, no. Who do I shoot? I would argue no one. Thank you, thank you. And as president of the world, I will take a nap. You're already a clone? Oh no. Aw, shucks. No! Imagine the prosecutor is also a clone. Yeah, I'm afraid of the ramifications of just like clones. End statement. How do you know you're not a clone right now? I mean, I guess you've never seen us in the same room together. Is this a Biden reference? I love Yap Teach more than GD Teach. Can you tell your freaking friends? Because most people like GD, like I have a lot of people come in when I'm playing the game and I'm trying to yap a bit and people are just like, hey, shut up and play the game or we'll kill you. And I'm just like, first off, that's violent. Second off, I like it. But actually, how would you know if you're in a Truman Show type situation? I mean... do we track the metaphor? Or just a brain in a formal glass with electrodes trapped inside a simulation? Do you guys think we're all in a simulation? I think that maybe. Who knows is probably the best answer. Run a poll for that? That's too much work. Sorry. I mean, it's a theory, a game theory, or sorry, a life theory. It's a theory of how the life that we all lead is. "27 is cursing you? I know, it's making me sad. If we hit the sub goal, he changes his name to Teach Penis? No. That's not a goal. We're stuck in your simulation? In a way, I guess. I guess the stream is kind of a simulation. Because the reality is simulated on the screen. And you exist in chat, but you also exist on the stream. Sorry, am I giving you an existential crisis? If I signed a contract, I had my fingers crossed. Can you go on Bloodbath now? Bro, we're kind of having a moment right now. You're crazy. Me and chat are having a moment. And you vibe checked it. How does it make you feel? How do we know we're not a bunch of smart fruit flies in a simulation? I think if I was a fruit fly, I would like fruit more than I currently do. If you're trying to find the meaning of life, I suggest watching the Monty Python movie. Always look on the bright side of life. My mic can't really pick up whistles. Imagine all your chatters in a room with you and it's all silence and everyone's looking at you. I mean, that's certainly like, that's just where my brain goes. Like I'm on camera and I have like a bunch of light on me, but I have to think the way most people watch my stream. They probably look like this when they're engaging with it. And then I say something funny and they're like, you know what I mean? Which is weird to think about too much. We're not old though. Hey, I'm a young buck. Oh, I have to go live? Was that good? I'm a real person looking at you, by the way. I'm alive, by the way. Back when I first started streaming, people used to be like, hey, TJ, this is all a dream. Wake up. Everyone in chat is just me on different accounts. And it creeped me out. It was kind of funny, but like, there is a very real version of reality where everyone in chat really is just one guy on different computers. Like, I don't know if that's happening in my stream, but that very well might be happening in like a small streamer's stream right now. And that's weird. There's a guy just talking to himself, pretending to be different people. The Superman monkeys? Explain. I thought Superman was a guy. We are you and you are us. Good idea. Oh, wait. No, I just gave the rage baiters an idea. Please don't go gaslight a poor small streamer, please. Genuinely don't. That's just the... What's the word? It's a irrational fear I have. Which I guess as like the internet, like you guys know dead internet theory, as the internet becomes more dead and it is just all AI chatbots, that might just be what streams become. That's a fun thought. It's like an assembly line of hate commenting monkeys. Do you guys think if we put a bunch of monkeys in a room with different typewriters, they would eventually write Shakespeare? Or do you think that they'd eventually look like Jinxie's Twitch chat? Sorry. I've started streaming. I appreciate the reminder, though. They do need to get rid of AI on platforms, though. As president of the entire world, I agree. Thank you, thank you. Yes. Yes, I know it's very brave to say in the middle of the year 2026 online. A very divisive thing to say. Here it comes. AI bad, I suppose. Thank you. Thank you. It would already look like Jinxie Cat. Sorry, I said Jinxie Cat. Does Jinxie have a cat? To be Jinxie's cat. I imagine that if Jinxie had a cat, they probably get Fancy Feast or something really tasty. Because he's wealthy. Who's voting Teej for president? Guys, if I ran for president of the entire world, you don't have to answer that. Are you running for president? No, I got video games I gotta play. Sorry. Is that or a loss or a gain? If someone's like, sir, when do you plan to run for candidacy? And they're just like, I kind of wanted to game. Sorry, I stretched. I don't want my president to have executive dysfunction. Hey, I remembered where my wallet was like twice yesterday. And found it like once. And if you're not recruiting a president for progress, I don't know who you are. I love having streams in the background while I play GD. Yeah, me too. Vortrox is live? Nice. He started doing these morning streams, huh? He must have been bitten by the morning stream bug. We need to react to more of the super buffing videos, chat. I was thinking that, like, we've already watched, like, maybe half of them. I kind of want to do... We're not doing it today. Sorry, that was a bit of bait. I don't want to do that today. Wait, oh, we've already been live for 40 minutes. Should I react to a video now? He's going on vacation a few days until June 20th, I think. Why? Where's he going? Parasocial. Parasocial. You have my consent to react now. Are you going to remember us when you verify the new top 1? You mean Eternus? Yeah, of course. What is he doing until a win? Yeah, and even more where? Like, point it out on a map? Drop a pin, maybe? Where's Vortrox? He's in his stream right now, I think. And I'm in mine. And isn't that kind of beautiful? How each of us, guys, streams are kind of like planets. And Twitch is like the galaxy. Am I cooking? And right now you're at Planet TeejVeen. That's why, and you get to know before anyone else, my planned name for the first level I'm going to make ever on stream next week, TeejVenus. Don't tell anyone that's elite ball knowledge. You get it because you were hanging around for the apps. Is there anything you can tell us about that TCD event thing? Bro, I have no idea. They are lips tightly sealed. But I'm still in the Discord group. And even if they did tell us something, I would never leak. I would never leak. Good reacts today, boss? Yeah, we haven't reacted to GD Cologne in a minute. Do you guys want to watch a Cologne video really quick? He's joining TCD. He's keeping it a secret. More like TeejCD. I'm announcing my official competitor to TCD. TeejCD. And it's just me burning and ripping CDs. It's a retro channel. Sorry, guys. We got content we got to make. Teej, Connix, and Deej. Daddy DJ, please take me to the party and let me dance away until the break of day. World War III TCD versus TCD. We gotta get out of here. Wait, was there something else I wanted to do? No, I already told you all about Lego. Lego my ego. No, stop. I wasn't ready for this yet. Okay, I'm going live on TikTok. Hold on. I didn't even notice that Clipper Skip is gone. Does that say something? Yeah, I let it die. I finally read the room on that one. It was a bit of a 4 segment. Some people liked it, most did not. This is 18 minutes of useless Geometry Dash information. We have not watched a GD Cologne video in a while. I'm excited. I'm excited to fill my head with useless information that I will forget about promptly after the video ends.
Hi, this is not an original video idea, but it's one that I like a lot. So no intro, here's some useless information about Geometry Dash. The ID for the daily level is actually -1, and the weeklies is -2. This means that when you want to download the daily level, the game is actually downloading level -1. When rating a level for the first time, this pop-up appears letting you know that easy levels are 1 to 2 stars, hard levels are 3 to 5, insane levels are 7 to 9, and...
I actually had no idea about this because I don't really care about stars as a function in the game. I just play levels.
Yeah, it's totally...
So actually, we're like 30 seconds in, and I've already been educated. Wait, oh wait, I'm zoomed in a bit. Hold on, let me fix this so I can like the video.
outdated. Although you can't see it in-game, the challenge actually has a difficulty of hard. Beating it grants you 3 stars and 100 orbs. The spiders on the
This is just incorrect though. Oh. Then you should go to this video and comment and yell at Cologne.
main menu will always be the same as the one you currently use. Each grid space in the editor is equal to 30 units. The big arrows in the Edit tab move objects over by 2, and the small ones move it by 0.5. The supporter icon was originally granted by rating Geometry Dash in the Google Play or App Store. This led to the game being temporarily taken down on Google Play since it goes against their terms of service. That's why the icon is now given to you for free by Scratch. Once you have 100 of a shard, it's impossible to get more since they'll be automatically converted to 100 mana orbs. The amount of diamonds rewarded by a level
Dude, this is all stuff that I've like, what?
is whatever the star count is plus 2. The formula for
I'm gonna be honest, if it has to do anything with stuff that's in the menu that's not under like the RobTop main levels or like under like level searches, I'm gonna be completely confused and disoriented and scared and probably throw up a bit.
how mana orbs are rewarded is surprisingly complicated. Basically, 80% of a level's orbs are obtained by making progress in it, and the last 20% is given when you beat the level.
Wow, that's
to
cool.
calculate the amount of orbs you'll have at a certain percentage, the formula is total orbs times 0.8 times percentage divided by 100, rounded down to the nearest whole number. In order to buy every
I don't
shop
know
item,
that.
you need 471,500 mana orbs. That's the equivalent of beating
I keep forgetting there's a shop in the game. I don't think I've opened this menu once.
943 demon levels. The first time you enter
Do y'all use the shop?
the Codebreaker vault code, the solution is permanently stored in your save file. The numbers will change every time you type the code, but the actual answer
There's more
always
shops
stays
now?
the same. As you scroll through the main levels, the game cycles through 9 different background
It's like online, how there was eBay, but now there's eBay, Amazon, Etsy. That's it.
colors. These colors aren't stored as hex codes, but rather as icon colors. For example, the ID for the red background is 9, which tells the game
There's
to set it
4?
to this icon color. Many of the editor's selectable fonts are actually direct references to other things. Font 3 is the Star Wars font, Font 10 is Minecraft, Font 11 is Mario, and Font 12 is Pokemon. When you see an unregistered player with a green username, their name is actually colored blue, not green. It only looks this way because mixing blue and yellow makes green. Every daily level has its own ID to determine which daily it was. The first daily level is 1, the second was 2, and so on. Meanwhile, the first weekly level was 100,001,
Does anyone else's brain hurt? We're 2.5 minutes in, my brain hurts.
then 100,002. This means that after 100,000 daily levels, we'll start overflowing into weekly
Like, I feel like I need to be taking notes right now. This is so much.
unless RobTop does something. This will happen in the year 2290.
This is how you learn, Tej? I don't wanna.
In older versions of Geometry Dash, tapping an icon on the main menu didn't do anything. This is why nobody played the game back then. The color channels past
I've watched this vid like at least 4 times. Dang, this video must be really good.
999 are secretly reserved for other things. 1000 is the background,
I just wonder where he gathered all this info from. I think that he just made it up.
1001 is the ground, 1002 is the ground line, and so on. The funniest one is 1010, which is just black. It's actually used by saw blades, as seen here. Despite the fact that Geometry Dash is a 2D game, RobTop officially calls the icon the cube at the very end of Knockem. When downloading a level, the GD servers don't actually tell you what song it uses or what the name of the creator is. Instead, this information is saved when you search for the level. However, since the daily level doesn't require searching, this will sometimes lead to the song appearing as unknown at first. Geometry Dash has been released for almost 9 years now, and Update 2.11
Actually, it came out in 2014, and I'm pretty sure that it's 2026 right now. So that's a little. Oh, this video came out 4 years ago.
alone has taken up over half of its entire lifespan. Funny enough, the exact halfway point for this was February 11th, which is 211. RobTop draws all the game's textures and icons with vectors, which uses equations instead of pixels. This means that he has infinite quality versions of all the game's art, meanwhile we're stuck with ew. Every level secretly saves the amount of time you spent inside the
This video is pretty good to just have in the background while you're doing stuff. Yes, I'm well aware of the YouTube meta of people just like someone flapping their jaw and they don't even really want to take the information in. They just like the sound of that people's voice makes. And I know like that's something that people have said when we reacted to other GD colon videos. Like I have people in chat who are just like, I love the sound of his voice. I love the sound of his voice. Gosh, GD Cologne just has such a lovely voice. And I'm like, oh my gosh, guys, you're crazy.
editor. There's no way to see it in-game, but it can be viewed pretty easily with mods or external tools. My guess is that this timer is used to prevent rush levels from appearing in the magic
That's
tab.
crazy.
Along with your jump count, the game also secretly tracks the number of times you clicked on your best attempt. Again, you need mods to be able to see it, and I'll show the ones I'm using in this video on screen. Did you know that your password is stored in your save file in plain text? Yeah, it's kind of unsafe. This also means that when you change your password, everything will stop working since the password stored on your save file is now outdated.
It's not a comparison thing. It's not a question of what content creator has a better voice. It's just, it's an observable phenomenon that people like having people's voices just kind of yabber on about stuff. I think that's, you know, like you're probably playing a Geometry Dash level right now, and you're like, oh, TJ is talking very impassioned about something. Of what? I'm not really sure because I'm not focused on the words that are coming out. But man, I love the flavor text of the words coming out.
The refresh login button simply updates what background music is stored. Oh, also, every chest you've ever opened is also stored in your save file as well. No idea why, but it's there. If you're on Windows, your save data is stored in appdata/local/geometry dash. Game Manager stores pretty much everything except for your created levels, which is stored in local levels instead. The ones with 2 in the name are just backups in case something goes horribly wrong. If you don't like the account system, you can back up your data by making copies of these files. If you're having trouble with the account system, try deleting some saved or created levels. Saving will fail once your save file is bigger than about 32 megabytes. Although the wave was added in Update 1.9, you couldn't customize it until 2.0. People were very surprised to see that the icon kit actually called it the Dart, but it was changed to Wave a month later.
I do know about this one.
Update 2.01 also made a bit of a funny change to the Vault. The Vault Keeper used to say "damn it" after one of his lines, but after the update it was changed to "never mind." In the game files, the
more like Nettermind.
UFO is actually known as the Bird. Similarly, the ball is called the Player Ball, and the 2.2 game mode is called the Swing.
I'm a player ball. Hey!
This is the formula that determines the font size for long comments. I only know this because we reverse engineered it for that comment generator site I made. Although it's impossible to do in-game, you can actually send a message to yourself and even block yourself. Blocking will prevent you from viewing your own profile, but it'll be fixed when you relaunch the game. There's an unused sound effect in the game files called Counter003, which sounds like this. RobTop's old game Boomlings has a similar sound called Counter001, which can be heard in the game. Speaking of Boomlings, a lot of Geometry Dash's textures are actually taken from it. This includes the coin, crown, skull, and more. Before Geometry Dash, RobTop teamed up with a few other people to form Rune Digital Games and develop a mobile game called Forlorn. The game was never released, and Rob said he can't share it, but we do know that the 2.2 platformer textures were taken from it, as well as one of the fire animations and even some of Rob's random songs on Newgrounds.
Does Cologne wear cologne? No, but I hear that Cologne wears colon.
If you look at the resources folder for the game, you'll see the letters GJ pop up quite a bit. This stands for
Yo, that's like one letter away from my name.
Geometry Jump, which was the original name for the game. It's still used all over the game's code, even to
Dude, can you imagine if Geometry Dash was called Geometry Jump instead? Talk about a different name than the one that we're used to in the present reality that we're living in. Am I right or am I wrong?
This day. You'll also notice a lot of CC, which stands for Cocos, the game's engine. Out of 4,000 featured levels, 64% of them put their invisible objects on Group 1, 5% put them on Group 999, and 1% put them on Group 2. I made a short on this which goes into more detail. Also out of those 4,000 levels, the largest one was Press Start V, which has 400,000 objects and an uncompressed size of 40 megabytes. Some runner-ups are
The way you said that was so uncanny and unnerving. I feel like I'm a pretty nonchalant, understated individual, no? I don't know what you're talking about.
Storming Summit, which is also 40 megabytes, White Space, which is 26, and Ancestral Calamity, which is 21. Using this data...
Ancestral Calamity? Huh, what? Did they have a conversation with my grandpa at Thanksgiving dinner?
We can also find out that the average file size...
Wait, that was kind of funny.
...of a single object is 69.69 bytes. Nice. When Update 1.9 was released, several official levels had their difficulties changed. Back on Track was originally normal, Polargeist was hard, Dryode and Base After Base were harder, and Can't Let Go Through Cycles were all insane. Although Stereo Madness's difficulty didn't change in 1.9, it still got a pretty significant nerf. The last coin was originally a lot harder to obtain, but a bunch of its spikes were removed.
We know about this from the frickin' GD colon coins video that we watched.
The update. Along with demon levels and the leaderboard, Update 1.3 also added stars to the game. Before that, you would just kind of play levels for fun? I don't know.
The difficulty inflation is crazy. Yeah, why are they always blowing up these freaking levels like big balloons? Big old balloons full of air. Making them inflate, making it so that they can float around and we can jump around on them. Geometry jump?
The sound for collecting a diamond is actually just a level complete noise, but pitched up. Here's every single level with an ID that's less than 1,000. Why? I don't know, why not? There's 3 featured levels named JF, and they're all rated 5 stars. If you're a creator...
Jared Kawaii? I don't know why this name jumped out at me, but it did make me think that maybe instead of TeejVeen, I should be Teej Kawaii. Or maybe just Kawaii Kawaii. Or maybe just Kawaii. Desine. Yeah?
Well, let's keep it going. The song Nepal Monastery from Half-Life uses the same sample
that
Rob
him?
Top used for the music in the Chamber of Time.
Have y'all played Half-Life? It's kind of good. Sorry, controversial. This is probably my most controversial gaming take. I think that Half-Life is pretty good.
The paste color button can actually recolor any object in the game. This is also
Oh, 2 chatters made the same full life joke. Sorry. Now you two have to fight to the death.
doable with the pulse trigger, but this method is way
I don't make the
easier.
rules.
If you want to run a bunch of triggers in quick succession, just assemble them in a straight line and then rotate them.
You
I
weren't
only
necessarily
upload one
first. It
video
could have been
every month or
latency.
two, and they're usually pretty interesting. So if you like what you're seeing so far and want to see more of it every now and then, it would be pretty cool if you subscribed, or at least liked the video.
Of course I'll subscribe and like to you. Oh, I'm already subscribed. Of course I'll like the... Oh, I already liked. Help me out, chat.
I'll give you until my account saves to make up your mind.
I openly admit that my upload schedule is hot garbage. Colon reveal at 1 million subscribers. Guys, we're gonna get a colon reveal in just, I can't do math. 72K? 82K. And that's why I'm a streamer and not a mathematician. No, he hasn't revealed his colon. He's going to, but 75% of you watching are not subscribed. Also subscribe to me too. Don't be nitpicky.
The default position for the orange teleport portal is exactly 100 units above the blue one, which is equal to 3.33
I'm not gonna lie, I predicted this one. I think that I could have pulled this out of thin air.
grid spaces. If you put both teleport portals
He already did. GD already revealed GD's colon.
directly on top of each other, the position will reset when you reload the level. Believe it or not, this isn't a bug because there's a line of code that's
Yeah, I feel like it's right
specifically
there.
meant to do this. My guess
Not the colon. I'm still talking about, and the chatter is also talking about this portal thing. We're not talking about it's easy to see the colon.
is that RobTop only thought this would be possible when he first placed the portal down. The level Knock Him from Sub-Zero is actually completely beatable in 2.1. Some parts are a little broken though. RobTop's full name is Robert Nicholas Christian Topala. He's 35 years old and currently lives on a
No, it's not. RobTop's full name is Justin Bieber. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. He told me.
private farm with his dogs, horses, and one hell of a gym. We also know that he has a ton of SteelSeries products, an oxygen tank it looks like, and a really sexy lamp. Here's a stitched together photo of his desktop from one of his live streams, which contains dislikebot.txt and a meme he posted in the daily chat once. His background is an art piece called Arctic Spirit, and it was drawn by Loxar Triple in 2019. Oh, and his IP address is 104.26. In 1.9, the XL length was called extra long, and it couldn't be searched for.
Don't leak RobTop's IP. Wait, leak? IP? There's a joke there. IP leak. Don't you always leak when you pee?
The game's difficulty faces directly resemble the emoticons used on Newgrounds. This is a subtle reference to the fact that
Thoughts?
every good game originates from Newgrounds. The icon for beating Theory 2 with 3 coins actually resembles a Boo from the Mario franchise. The colors for my icon were directly inspired by RobTop's Update 2.0 example video, where I saw him using gray on the icon and I thought it looked really cool. The orange is just because I like orange. Speaking of the 2.0 examples video, there's some random code visible at the very end. No idea what that's all about. I really want to open these last 4 chests in the
Wait, does anyone know what GD is programmed in?
treasure room, but
Sorry,
I
this is a super nerdy question.
literally can't. I hate it. In Geometry Dash World, the shop contains a TV where you can watch an
Like, is it Lua or something?
ad to get 100 orbs.
Cocos. Oh, wait, didn't they say that earlier? What is Cocos? Like, is it a framework or like, what is it?
This random Google result says that unskippable ads make about 16 cents, so if that's true, that means that $1 US is equal to about 625 mana orbs. According to the How to Play menu, using a jump ring is called a ring jump.
Yeah, I remember him mentioning Cocos earlier. Is it C++?
We should totally call it this, it sounds kinda cool. To unlock the social media chest on the menu, you have to be tapped
Wait, so I did learn, I did retain some of this useless information, not enough to remember it, but enough to recognize that I had heard it.
off the game for at least 4 seconds. Anything less won't do anything.
Do you guys want me to learn how to use Cocos 2D and make a game in it? Let me know.
If
Could
you
be a
enable
stream.
the only allow featured levels parental control, the map pack button disappears instead of the search button. As funny as
For those of you who don't know, I was a professional software engineer for 4 years. I also minored in computer science in college. I know ball. Not Geometry Dash ball, but enough to get around.
this would be to leave on, it also removes the view levels button from profiles. If you enable the disable comments parental control, the game crashes the moment you click the comment tab. Mind you, this still means
Maim a game where the antagonist is TeejPenis. I would never maim a game. I think that games are good. Maiming a game would be very violent.
that it's doing its job. If you're wondering why this happens, it's because the game is trying to hide all the comment buttons before
I heard Cocos isn't great for games, I think. Fine, I'll make it in Unity. Or what's the one everyone uses? Godot? Dude, if I had to guess right now, I know that some of you nerds here, you mess around in Godot. Am I right? Type 1 if you've ever messed around in Godot. I know you.
they're actually
I know
created.
you.
The default background and ground color in the editor is exactly the
just
same
lie.
as the starting colors in base after base, right down to the hex code.
Unity's
the voice
better.
at the start of Blast
I didn't ask if you wanted pizza right now, but yeah, 3's acceptable.
processing is saying, get ready for a lot of fun and excitement.
People do love Unity. Unity is C# based, no?
It seems to come from whatever this video is.
How did they get this? This is a home video I had from when I was 5 years old. Why did someone posted this on YouTube in 2007? It has thousands of views. Why did they take this from my house?
When a creator adds a hidden dev path to the level to make it easier to verify, this is known as a secret way. It's probably the stupidest term in the Geometry Dash community. Like, seriously, why do we call it this? Who came up with this?
Because if you go a certain way that is not intended, oh wait, it should be called, what if instead, here, I'll come up with a snappier name for secret way. What if instead of calling it secret way, we called it, this was not the way that you were supposed to go in the level, but you happened to find it by accident, and now this is the way that you're currently going. I feel like that rolls off the tongue a bit better.
To give the illusion of curvy ground, a lot of creators will just stick a single block under the player and then move it up and down.
If you are a company executive, you should hire me as your marketing team lead because I'm good at coming up with snappy titles like that.
The levels with IDs of 420-666 and 666-420 both use Clutterfunk as their song. I found this out when I was very, very young. While almost all custom songs are downloaded from Newgrounds, there's a bunch that are downloaded from RobTop servers instead. These include At the Speed of Light, Future Funk, and every Acid Notation song. This was done because the songs were taken off Newgrounds either temporarily or permanently. I'll never be able to unsee the fact that triggers are really inconsistent with if their text is gold or white. For example, the move trigger is white, but the alpha trigger is gold. All of the songs used in Meltdown and World are in the game files for the Steam version of GD and can even be used. Since songs are stored as numerical IDs, it's very possible that every level currently using these songs will have their songs shifted over by 1 or 2 when 2.2 releases. You may have known that if you crash at the start of Stereo Madness
But 2.2 is already, oh, this video's 4 years old.
or Polargeist, you'll see a hard-coded tutorial message. In fact, it's so hard-coded that if you edit your save file to change a level's ID to 1, you'll see the message there too. In the mobile versions of Geometry Dash, typing a swear word in a level name will automatically censor it with a hyphen.
Feces isn't a swear word. That's like a perfectly fine word that I use at least a dozen times every day.
This is the only way to type a hyphen without hacks, and
Wait, that's sus. Never mind, I don't use
it will
that.
actually prevent the level from being uploaded because RobTop recently removed the ability to upload levels with illegal names, which just makes Serious even more special. Personally, I think we should be able to
That's my lunch. Are you a dung beetle?
Use more characters in the level names, but whatever. By the way, the swear filter is also hilarious. There's a total of 246 banned words, including arse, feces, lesbian, queer, and even rectum, which is basically my name. Oh, and if you try to use numbers to bypass the swear filter, RobTop thought of that too. In fact, if you try and type 8234575, that will also
Who would win in a fight, GD colon or GD rectum?
get blocked because the swear filter will think it's saying breast.
Personally, I think that GD rectum would win, and then after the fight, we'd be like, man, he really wrecked them, huh? Thank you. Chat, you can stop spamming W's.
The transition triggers in the editor look really cool, and creators should really use them more. Same thing goes for the icon trail. The Master Detective coin appears after scrolling past exactly 55 levels on the main menu. This means that the more levels that get added to the game, the less times you'll have to loop through all of them. There's a couple codes in the Vault of Secrets that give a special response but don't unlock anything. Those codes are RobTop, Kappa, Unicorn, BatTop, and RubRubPowa123. That last one was added to poke fun at people who data mine the game in order to find new vault codes. There's an unused set of textures in the game for what appears to be BPM being enabled and disabled. Maybe you would have been able to sync up guidelines to the song's BPM? Who knows? When a moderator sends a level, they can click the requested difficulty to pick if they think the level should be featured or not. But much like every other button in the game, you can also hold it down.
Look at this dude. Wait till you see the. No, 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 no.
Icons are split into 4 different layers: the glow, the secondary layer, the primary layer, and a layer that's always white.
That looked so intimate. I feel like I just want to see the icon complete. I feel like I'm not supposed to. I feel like I just saw the icon naked.
If you try recoloring the layer that's always white, you get some pretty hilarious / creepy results. For some reason, RobTop uploaded the 1.7 sneak peek twice, and their view count is
Yeah, like
pretty
we just
balanced
watched him
as
get
well.
dressed.
If you select the pickup counter object, then use it as a filter in the delete tab, you'll see an unused counter trigger texture instead. Speaking of
Nudity is natural, Teej? That sounds like something someone sus would say to get away with sus nefarious things.
the delete tab's filter, if you enable
What? It's natural.
select filter from the editor's pause
Okay,
menu, then you'll only
guy.
be able to select that object. For some reason, a lot of people don't know about this, and it's a total lifesaver. Tell you what, let's just run through the other editor buttons as well. Align X and Align Y evenly distribute objects across that axis, which is useful for centering things. Create base, outline, and edges all help decorate fancy tiles like the crystal for you. And Build Helper takes whatever you have selected and moves all the trigger groups to unused ones. All of the colored text in Geometry Dash is stored with special color tags. There's 9 different
I knew
colors,
it.
and there's not really a consistent pattern in the way RobTop
I knew
uses
it.
them. You can use these tags for yourself in level descriptions, but only when this comment mode is enabled. And make sure to close the color tags correctly, or the game will crash. Probably shouldn't have revealed that. There's also a few other tags in the game which are exclusively for the game's text boxes.
That's gotta be patched at
the
this
D
point.
tag pauses the text for a specified amount of time,
Deltarune! Toby Fox! Undertale.
You know?
and the I tag instantly reveals the rest of the message. All 3 of the shop's songs are royalty-free. I tag instantly reveals the rest of the
Sorry. Okay, I thought this said something else. My bad.
message. All 3 of the shop's songs are royalty-free compositions by the one and only Kevin MacLeod. The main shop is called Bossa Bossa.
Oh, that's like a classic
Scratch's shop
YouTube
uses
royalty-free
Sneaky
music
Snitch,
guy.
And the community shop uses March of the Spoons. The icon kit is actually called the Garage in the game's code. And I don't know what it is, but that name is just... what? The game's main font is different depending on your graphics
Wait, I feel like Garage is a cool name, no?
setting. High quality uses Helvetica, but mobile and anything else uses
Garage kind of goes.
Aller. The most notable difference is the lowercase g. If you use hacks to set an object's scale to a negative number, the hitbox almost completely disappears. This doesn't work for every object, but it's a good chunk of them. The background trigger used to have a tint ground option, which also changes the color of the ground to whatever you select. This was removed when the color trigger was reworked in 2.1, as you can achieve the same effect with the copy color option. There's only one playable demon level in Geometry Dash World, and it's 9 circles. This is because the levels in World are picked from past daily levels, and 9 circles was the daily level on April Fool's 2020.
Yo, W, that's my current artist. Wait, so I'm real as heck.
If you think that a consistent schedule is the key to being popular on YouTube, just remember that RobTop has more subscribers than pretty much all of your favorite content creators. There's a handful of Minecraft.
Well, yeah, because I do think that the key to being successful as a content creator, I do think, is consistency if nobody knows who the hell you are. But RobTop has a whole freaking dynasty of one of the most popular mobile games. I would argue the reason why RobTop has so many subscribers isn't because he makes a banger YouTube video. It's because he's freaking Rob Topala who made Geometry Dash. Am I crazy? It's the same reason why freaking Tom Brady has so many YouTube subscribers. What are we talking about?
YouTubers that he's still yet to beat, but he's still ahead of the official Minecraft channel, so that's cool. Oh my god, we're done. If you're still watching the video at this
Oh yeah, he is Justin Bieber, you're right.
point, congratulations, you're free now. Hopefully that was all the useless
I'm free?
information about Geometry Dash that
Just like GD Light. A. Sorry.
you could ever ask for. Maybe you knew some of them, maybe you didn't. I'd like to hope that you thought this was interesting, but if you made it this far, I guess that means you found it cool. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to drop any thoughts or facts of your own in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video, which, knowing myself, will probably be just as useless.
What? Don't be so hard on yourself, GD Colin. You make a great YouTube video. A lot of people, they find value in it, myself included. If anybody gave me a test on some of the information I just learned in this video, I would fail every single question. But it was fun to experience. So WReact as always, chat. Be sure to suggest. This was a video that was suggested by our community, so keep on suggesting videos for me to react to. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, wait. Okay, chat, I need to take a very quick ad break. And also, I'm going to go stretch. We'll be right back. And then we're going to do another react, okay? Okay? So we'll be right back. Oh, whoops.
Oh, man. Huh?
Oops, I just dropped my... Are you ready for this? Oops. Oh my god, I heard that knocking the song. I thought that someone was trying to kill me. That was so scary. All right. Y'all ready for another freaking react? There's someone behind me? Haha. No. Guys, we're gonna do one more react and then we're gonna hop into Bloodbath, okay? Ba ba ba. No, stop playing the video before I'm ready for it. This is the 50 unwritten rules of Geometry Dash. We just watched the GD Cologne 18 minutes of useless information. I thought this would be a good opportunity to now look at some serious rules of Geometry Dash that I might be breaking. I want to make sure that I'm not breaking any rules because I'm a rule follower, not a rule breaker.
Guys, today we're going to be going over the 50 unwritten rules of Geometry Dash. Number 1, never under any circumstances abbreviate creator points. In May of 2020,
Why?
Discord went on a rampant banning spree, terminating the accounts of many GD players. The reason for this ban wave is because Discord thought all these accounts were violating the child safety policy. However, what really ended up happening was a change was made to Discord's auto ban feature, and it specifically targeted this abbreviation. Even Roptop himself wasn't immune from this ban wave, causing him to make this tweet, which amassed a whopping 1.4 million views. The GD community learned a valuable lesson that day. However, we still don't have a good abbreviation for creator points. Number 2, always do at least one practice mode.
I would make it like creepo. You know, so like the first couple letters of creator and the first couple letters of points. Creepo. Let's call him Creepo.
Run of every level you're playing.
Let's get the ball rolling.
A beating. To explain why this one's necessary, let's travel back in time to April of 2024.
I was pretty bad about this. I used to not do practice runs, and now I understand why you should always do practice runs.
I was playing an extreme demon called the Guarding Map, and I was only using star position.
Creepo's creepy? That's just like your opinion, man.
Everything seemed to be going fine and dandy until I was a few clicks away from beating the level.
What?
After some investigation,
The Vortrox 95%, bro. That's unlucky.
I determined that I unknowingly took a skip at 21%, which kills you at 95. My biggest run to 100 started less than 1% after this skip, meaning I experienced the anti-skip for the first time from 0. Now, before anyone laughs at me, doing practice mode on controller completely sucks. Changing your keybinds is not a vanilla feature, and I didn't have geode at the time, so I just used star positions because practice mode was a hassle. I now 1 have geode and 2 learn to do a practice run of every level I'm going for, and I recommend you do the same. Number 3, star position users are superior to practice mode.
So chat, when we get to Sonic Wave after Bloodbath, we will start with a practice run the same way we started on Bloodbath, okay? Make notes.
Users. This one might sound ridiculous considering—
Wait, what was this? Sorry.
I recommend you do the same. Number 3, star position users are superior to practice mode users. This one might sound ridiculous considering what the previous rule was.
Now, I would never say something so blunt, but I do think that there is great merit. If you are currently using practice mode, I highly recommend you look into learning how to use start positions or download a start position map, because when I did the Rob top levels, I did not use start positions. When I started doing online levels, I started using start positions for start positions. And yeah, start position practicing is fantastic. I could not recommend it more.
But I stand by it. Everyone should do a practice run of whatever level they're playing, but it shouldn't be the primary method of practice. Having to practice the end of a level over and over again using practice mode is a huge time waster. Additionally, mindlessly—
Yeah, using practice mode, I mean, I've talked about this. Maybe for some of the new gen in chat, they don't know about this. I historically would get the most tilted at the game when I was playing the Rob top levels, not from failing on the level itself, but from wanting to practice the end of a level and having to play all the way through practice mode to get to that part of the level. I found that so tilting. If you also feel tilted by that, I just want to share with that is the point of start positions. And I'm not like, I'm not preaching to the choir here. If you know what start positions are, like obviously like this isn't for you, but some people don't know that start positions are these things where you can literally load up the level and you can teleport instantly to parts of the level instead of playing through the whole thing. It makes practicing a lot less frustrating.
Going through the entire
because you can jump to the part that you want to practice almost instantaneously.
level in practice mode inflates your attempt counts, and I know how much that means to a lot of you. Even vanilla players should use start positions over practice mode. It might look kind of goofy to have one copy of the level for each start position, but this makes it easier to hide your attempts. The viewer will never know whether you deleted an old copy or genuinely did not have a start position in a specific area. Practice mode does not give you that luxury. Number 4, always make your own start position copies. There are multiple reasons why you
this is the one I still haven't gotten to yet. I've said this before. I would rather, even if I'm downloading a janky start position, I would rather someone else do the work for me than me have to figure out how to make a start position. I understand people in chat say that it's probably not that much work, but yeah, I'm too lazy. Exactly.
Shouldn't trust public start pos copies. Number 1, the level could have gotten a 2.2 bug fix update, and the start pos copy could be out of date. Number 2, the level could have gotten a buff date or a nerf date, and once again, the copy could be out of date. Number 3, the person who
I'm pretty sure this is a troll video. Why does everybody say that Tria's videos are troll? Is that like the reputation he has for a creator? I've watched a couple of his videos now. I don't think he's trolling. I think like he can be a little sarcastic, but I don't think blanket he's trolling.
who made the start pos copy may have buffed or nerfed the level either by accident or on purpose. Last but most certainly not least,
Yeah, I agree. It has some truth and some troll. Like, I think he just like, he likes to talk in a very like drastic way because like for comedic effect.
the person who made the start pos copy might
It gets progressively worse as the video goes on. Watch. Okay, so you're spoiling the video. My bad. No worries, man.
suck at placing start positions. As you can see by the clips, I've experienced all those situations before. The only one that I feel needs further clarification is the last one.
You ever watched a movie, chat, and like someone just walks in when you're like 2 minutes into the video and you're like, oh, is this the movie where Brad Pitt gets shot in the face? And you're like, so what's up, man?
In order to express my feelings a bit better, I'm going to verbally write a letter to a fellow former controller player. Dear Shorty, you suck at placing star positions. From Trio. Number 5, never celebrate too early. We've all seen the videos.
I know this one for sure. If I celebrate too early on Bloodbath, I'm screwed.
Millions of views on YouTube and go down as timeless content. Celebrating before you get past the last spike is a recipe for disaster. It doesn't matter how easy
I would just give up at that point. I just wouldn't watch the movie. Yeah, I don't like spoilers.
the rest of the gameplay is.
I think spoilers
it
are
can
bad.
kill you. Even if it looks like you're in the clear, you're better off waiting until you hit the end wall. I'm no stranger to this phenomenon, but luckily I did not suffer too much from it. Part of me is curious about what would have happened if I did that from zero, but I guess we'll never know. Number 6, map packs are a huge waste of time in 2026. This one might seem pretty controversial.
I don't think it's controversial, or at least like the echo chamber that is like my chat from being a GD streamer. Like everybody hates map
But
packs.
please do
from
not
what
let
I've heard.
yourself get nostalgia blinded. If you really want the secret coins and the stars and the stats, go for it. But if you're a real man like me, who only cares about playing the hardest levels physically possible, the map packs serve no benefit to you. Back in the day, these levels were revolutionary. Over time, the levels began to show their age a bit, and now they're seen as a relic of the past. Without these levels, the game wouldn't be where it is today. With that being said, I still haven't beaten all of them, and I've been playing since 1.6. These levels are frustrating, man. I can't just sit down and make myself do them. You know what? I'll make a deal. If this video gets 1,000 likes, I will sit down and do a live stream where I beat all of the map pack demons that I've been avoiding for over a
It is at 5.3K. Chat, did he do it? Does anyone have the frickin' receipts?
decade. Number 7, always assume someone you don't know is attempt lying. The GD community is full of the most fragile egos known to man.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's another reason why I don't like attempt count as a metric. And like, dude, it's fully a vibe thing. It's fully a vibe thing. I feel like most people are just lying about their attempt count. I'm going to be so honest. I'm not going to put anyone on blast, but I just get the vibe so often that people are just like fully just like talking out of their ass with attempts. Like, And that's why I think it's so dumb, because people put so much value on them when I just like, I just know, bro. It's a vibe thing. You can just tell.
Mankind. These people will do anything for attention and praise, even if it means blatantly lying through their teeth. There is simply no way to truly verify someone's attempt count. They could have another copy, their game could have crashed, they could have completely fabricated the number they told you, or they could have made significant progress on the level
Or they just played on a different account, yeah.
6 months ago and reset their data when coming back to it. Number 8, old attempts do matter. It's very rare that old attempts do absolutely nothing for you, and I'm saying this from experience. In 2016 and 2017, I tried playing some Extreme Demons well before I was at the skill level to beat them. When I returned to them nearly a decade later, there was always something that I had remembered from my old experience. Whether it's a certain click pattern, or what gravity you are when you go through a teleport portal, or even if it's just the layout and flow of the level. There's always something that resurfaces when you return to a level, even if you have zero muscle memory at first. Besides, science shows that you gain muscle memory faster if you have previous experience. It may not paint an accurate picture of your current skill level, but who cares? Number 9, if someone is better than you, they're hacking. If they're worse, they suck.
Well, it's jokes, man. It's jokes. But genuinely, I think part of him taking the piss here is just like he's observed what I've observed, which is like the GD community is like so toxic, bro. It's like if someone is succeeding, you have to like undercut them and say that their success is not because of their own merit or like their own hard work. If they're failing, you have to dogpile them. There's no version of a GD player who's different than you where you're like actively supportive of them in this toxic community. Like people are just dickheads for dickhead's sake.
So,
it's
disregard
crazy.
everything I said.
Let me be clear on my stance, as I've been many times before. If you're playing the game and you're having fun, that's awesome. If someone is an asshole to you who is also playing the game, that person sucks. You don't suck.
About not caring about how other people perceive you. It's vital that you compare yourself to every single
I'm going to keep on leading the charge to try and help the GD community become less toxic and like fucking dick measury, but I do think that it's probably an insurmountable task because the GD community is just so toxic,
single
bro.
person who has beaten a level you're going for. If someone beats it faster than you, they're definitely hacking, or at the very least attempt lying. You are the best player in the entire game, and you have the best possible genetics for improving at it. Anyone who's worse than you should really keep that to themselves. Number 10, your icon set represents your skill. For some reason, when you're new to a game, you always pick the most garbage character customization. I'm not sure what the science behind this is, but as you get better, you choose a cleaner preset. If you don't believe me, take a look at Rocket League. It's pretty rare to see the pros rocking toppers, antennas, and goofy decals. When you look at the lower ranks, however, you get the most hideous color combinations.
If my friends are worse than me at a game, then am I going to bully them? Yeah, then you're a bad friend.
And the bulkiest car designs. The same applies to geometry.
I think if you genuinely bully your friends because like there's a part of you that needs to feel superior to your friends in order to satisfy your own ego, you're a garbage person. I know that chatter is probably saying that mostly in jest, but I think that a lot of truth comes out in joking. If you're not able to treat the people in your immediate vicinity in your life with decency and respect, that only reflects poorly on your own character and your own value as a human being. I think that like you're mud. I think that you're bad and you're like a waste of space. I know you're joking. I'm just saying that like that sentiment, when it's actually said in earnest and sincerity, is like part of the poison that is destroying our world right now. Is people thinking that the best thing they can do is try to tear down others in order to make themselves feel better. It's like an active plague on our online culture.
If your icons suck, so do you. What you really need is a simple, clean, and athletic look. Number 11, using glow makes your icons less athletic. The number one thing you can do to make your icons more athletic is turn off that stupid.
What happened to competing and having fun? That's the issue. Like, it's such a fine line. Like, people don't understand, like, friendly competition. Like, that's why there's sportsmanship in sports, right? That's why, like, after a game, like, after, like, an NBA game, all the players are, like, shaking hands and stuff. Like, there's friendly competition, and then there's the kind of competition where it's like, if I lose, I'm going to scream and make a fuss about it, right? Like, that's cringe, right? That's, like, the ego flaring up and being like, oh, if you're winning or succeeding or doing something better than me, then, like, I can't feel good or secure in myself and my value. Like, that's what's cringe, bro. That's what's cringe. And that's, like, what a lot of people participate in, especially online. Like, they feel threatened whenever someone is succeeding, or like they measure that someone is succeeding at something more than they are, and therefore they have to lash out and like crash out and rage bait to get them back to knock them down a peg, to remind them of this invisible pecking order that their narcissistic self has created of like, oh, I need to make this person, I need to put them in their place.
Stupid glow. Using glow makes your icons appear bigger, which means they have a less accurate representation of your hitbox. Plus, it looks like complete garbage. I've never seen a good icon set where the player is using glow. Number 12. Looks can be deceiving. Before you purchase an icon that you want in the store, remember that looks can be deceiving. I learned this one the hard way, unfortunately. When you're looking through the icon shop, Ship 44 stands out like a gem. It is beautiful and would look so cool going through tight corridors. The only problem is that it's about 8 times the size you think it is. There's an optimal size range when it comes to using athletic ships. This one goes way over the deep end. I can't even imagine a top player using this one. There's some glow on there, forget it. Number 13. Cosmetic hacks are not cheating. A huge part of the community loves to police others on how to play a single player game. Whether it's the need to feel in control.
This is the thesis statement. Can we get, for all the GD community folks listening right now, can you just listen to this one sentence?
Or not cheating. A huge part of the community loves to police others on how to play a single player game. Whether
Cinema. A huge part of the community loves to police others on how to play a single player game. So can we all sit with that one sentence from this video and just introspect? Can we all just introspect for a second? Can we stop policing everybody else's like behavior when they're playing the game? Why are you doing it this way? Why? I do it this way. Why you do it different? I'm gonna keep hating. Hey, you do you, I guess.
it's the need to feel in control or a complete.
It's exhausting, bro. Do y'all understand? Like, the people who are genuine haters, do you understand how much you're exhausting yourself by hating so much? Like, you would feel so much more at peace with yourself if you just used your energy for literally anything else. I'm not saying that you need to love everybody. I think that's the ultimate goal. Like, I would love a world where everybody, like, the haters spent all that energy that they would expend on hate on love instead. I'm not even saying that. I'm saying that simply you stop hating and then suddenly your life is filled with just like anything else. Like anything else. I'm not saying that you need to replace the hate and like, you know, someone that you want to like rage bait and hate on. You're just like, I love you. I love you so much. But I'm saying, like, what if you just experienced one small modicum of joy and whimsy instead? I would argue your nervous system would feel a little bit better, man. I would argue that maybe your day won't be so bad if you don't exacerbate this negative environment within your own freaking thinking space.
Completely overinflated ego. They are objectively wrong when they tell you that most cosmetic hacks are cheating. There are a few, such as solid wave trail, that make it easier to see your icon. Therefore, giving you
Also,
a very
cosmetic
slight
hacks,
advantage over
out of my
vanilla.
realm
This,
of
by
expertise.
definition, is cheating. However, there's a reason why it's okay. That reason is that solid wave trail looks completely disgusting. It's yet another feature that you will never catch me equipping because it metaphorically hurts my eyes to look at. This one might as well be anti-cheating because I don't even know how you can stand to look at this. Aside from the hacks that make your icon easier to see, most cosmetic hacks are what they advertise. They're hacks. It is modifying the game's files, but it doesn't necessarily give you an advantage over vanilla players. Number 14, low detail mode is cheating. If you genuinely struggle with performance issues, this segment is not for you. I played and live streamed on a laptop for the longest time, so I stand with all of you who are having computer troubles. However, if you
Yeah, dude, when I played Skeletal Shenanigans, I had to hit that LDM, bro. It was brutal.
do have a pretty beefy PC, using an LDM is absolutely taking advantage
Or chat, do you remember, did I beat it in LDM or did I just practice in LDM? I actually don't remember.
of something that was designed to level the play.
No, I think I played it on regular detail because I was way too, like, I was super persnickety. I was like, if I play this in low detail mode, I'm going to get too many comments talking about how I'm LDM. Yeah, I did beat it full detail because that was the main obstacle to Skeletal Shenanigans that I kept whinging about. Was I was just like, oh my God, I keep lagging. And like, literally, I think I would have beaten Skeletal Shenanigans a lot faster if I didn't have random lag spikes because my computer's a potato. Yes, the lag
now,
was
once
the hardest
again, I do
part.
want to remind everyone that this is a single player game, so how you beat a level really should have no effect on how someone else beats a level. However, in this case, there's a bit of nuance. If you beat something hard, but you used an LDM, you gotta chill with the ego a little bit. There are plenty of hard levels where removing some of the decoration also removes some of the difficulty. It's fine to think a level is overrated in terms of difficulty if you use LDM, however, your opinion should be taken with a grain of salt. Number 15.
Well, and I'll agree with that sentiment, but that's why, like, I've talked about this before, like, I'm really frustrated by levels where their difficulty is kind of inherently padded by the visual aspects. It's like again, I go back to this just because it's like my clearest, oldest example was when I was doing the top 10 most liked easy demons. I played I Spy And then people recommended like, oh, you should look at the layout video for this. And then like, if you look at the layout for I Spy, it's like it's nothing crazy. And I'm purely arguing from the standpoint of like, I don't think that that's difficulty that I personally like as a gamer, because difficulty like that actually just creates accessibility issues versus like honest difficulty where you can clearly see what's going on, but like it's mechanically difficult that any player can do regardless of like visual impairments or whatever. That is the kind of difficulty I want to see GD continue to introduce and to continue to platform. It's why I'm so frustrated by like the fade in, fade out of black. Like, I don't think that's a reasonable difficulty metric that I think is like intrinsically valuable as a player who likes to be limit tested in terms of mechanical difficulty. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know, man. That just doesn't gel or vibe with me that much.
Every level on a list is underrated.
But I do understand from the standpoint where you value that as a difficulty metric. If you remove that from a level, I do fundamentally agree that the level becomes less difficult. I just wish that difficulty wasn't something introduced to levels to make them more difficult. I wish they would do something else that was just fairer difficulty. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't matter if it's point or crate, ARDL, GDDP, GDDL, you name it.
Oh, okay. Again, and if you're not following what I'm saying, it would be like you're playing a level, but someone's doing this in your face the whole time. You know what I'm like? It's like, yes, it's difficulty, but not very compelling in my mind.
If it's on there, someone will find it underrated. This is why it's very important to take other people's opinions with a grain of salt. Sometimes you're listening to the vocal minority. Other times you're listening to people who have not even beaten the level. You're much better off using the demon list as a guide rather than as fact. Just play the levels you want to play and create your own personal demon list. Just please don't be annoying and don't shove your opinions down other people's throats. Number 16. YouTube
On God!
YouTubers and streamers always have the worst opinions on levels. Do not try.
Everybody but me, right?
Trust them. This obviously comes with the exception of myself. You should always trust me. I am genuinely
Dap up.
perplexed when I'm watching some of these tier lists and ranking videos. How is it even possible to rank Awakening Horus below Daybreak in terms of gameplay? Are we even playing the same
know those
game?
levels.
Going forward, I highly recommend that all of you watching this video only consider my takes and my opinions when you're thinking about levels. I pride myself on being fairly consistent.
Dude, I don't know. I like Tria. Because I get the jokes that he's making. I think I was a little blindsided the first video I reacted to. I like that he's kind of like, he's taking the inherent toxicity and the dialogue that kind of happens in the community, and he's kind of taking the piss out of it. Yeah, I actually, like, Tria might be one of my favorite creators that we reacted to.
With my level takes. And I also don't let my experience
Like, I get the joke.
become a factor in how good I think a level is. Not gonna name names, but you can't say that about a lot of other figures in this community. Number 17. If you like playing any of the following levels, you are an absolute lost cause. Sunset Sandstorm, Astral Divinity, Arctic Lights, Phobos, Sonic Wave. If you enjoyed beating any of these, that's one thing. That's totally fine. However, if you actually like the gameplay in them, you need a shower. I think it even goes beyond that. Like, you got to be put on a watch list for some of those. Don't even start with the nonsense of, oh, the ball is the hardest part in Sonic Wave. Yeah, okay. I know what you are. Number 18. Being wave carried.
I've heard a lot of people say that for Sonic Wave, but I just haven't played Sonic Wave yet, so I guess I'll be the
Is
judge.
the best skill set. It hurts me to admit this, but despite my personal feelings, being wave carried is the best possible skill set in 2026. Although it's objectively not the most skill-based game mode, because that goes with the ship, wave is unanimously agreed upon as one of the most fun game modes. The demon list is dominated with wave.
Yeah, I mean, people are still hopping in chat and they ask me like what my favorite game mode is. I'm also a victim of the wave brain rot. I'm sorry, man. I can't even put it into words. I don't know what it is. There's something about the wave game mode just feels so gamer. It feels so naturally gamer.
Wave-based levels, and even a lot of the non-wave levels have hard waves in them. Being good at wave
And I wouldn't even say I'm wave carried. I just like, because clearly from the 9 circles grind, I was not wave carried, but I just like
will
it.
take you further than any other game mode. With that being said though, if you are wave carried, I still think less of you as a person. Number 19. 1.9 was the golden era of Geometry Dash. People look back on 1.
Yeah, I do think that's what it is. I think we talked about this recently, either like while I was playing Bloodbath or maybe in one of the previous reacts. I do think it's because of how responsive wave is. When you're playing ship, there's a bit of momentum to it when like you click and there's like a direction change. Same with UFO, but wave is like instantaneous, like one-to-one input. I think that's why people like it so much.
1.9 with nothing short of fond memories. The wave game mode was introduced, the duel mechanic was created, and we got 3 banger ROP top levels. Nothing will ever compare to the feeling of loading up the game, searching through the newly created awarded tab, and then discovering that second round of custom songs that ROP top added to the game. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Well, it shouldn't, because I just made half that stuff up. If you saw nothing wrong with those statements that I made, you unfortunately have failed the new gen test. Number 20. If you're a new gen, keep it to yourself. There's nothing inherently wrong with being new to a game. Let me just say that first. It starts to become an issue, however, when you're acting like you're new to the game. Being new to a gamer community somehow always requires that you lack basic common sense and maturity. Nearly everyone looks back at themselves when they were a new gen and cringes. Maybe you weren't directly annoying to anyone in particular in the community, but I'm willing to bet that your icons, your name, or your first few levels were complete garbage. As you get better at the game, you learn that certain colors don't go together, and you relearn basic social skills. To recap, being new to the game is fine. Just don't act like a little chud. Number 21. No matter
Am I a chud? Wait, but I feel like everyone's been so nice to me. Wait. Do I have aura loss because I'm new gen?
no matter how good you are, Geometry Dash Twitter will always find
Wait, is everybody pretending like they like me, but they're actually just trolling? Oh no. You cool? Thanks, bro.
something wrong with you. If you aren't on GD Twitter already, keep it that way. Twitter as a platform rewards rage.
Dude, I deleted my I recreated my Twitter because I think it's important as a content creator. I have like maybe like 10 followers on it. So like go follow me on Twitter if you want to. But I deleted my personal Twitter like back during the pandemic like 6 years ago, and I do not regret it, bro. Even back then, like 6 years ago, people were talking about how like Twitter was going down the shitter. Unintentional rhyme. It's like, dude, I'm so good on Twitter, bro. That place is so toxic and crazy.
And general misery. Combine that algorithm with a bunch of kids who spend all their time playing a single player game, and you have one of the most miserable online spaces known to mankind. It was honestly really entertaining to look at it.
Yeah, dude, like that whole platform is such a misery circle jerk. I'm just so good on that.
Comment section on YouTube and see nothing but positivity, and then open up Twitter to see people trying to cancel them for the 30th time with no justifiable
Pandemic and 6 years ago sounds so wrong in the same sentence. Isn't it crazy?
reason. That website is full of the most fragile egos, the biggest crybabies, and then a couple cool people like me. No matter what type of positivity you try to bring to that website, someone will find something wrong with you and try to tear you down. I recommend just staying away from Twitter as a whole.
Well, no, yeah, there's this whole sentiment that a bunch of like negative people online are just like some people when they engage online, they're genuinely just fighting one long war. And so like you can try and engage with that with the best of intentions, but since in their head they're constantly going to battle, there's like no ground to be fought there. Like you're just going to be torn down and brought down to their level. So what is the best answer? It goes back to, I believe, 1986's War Games starring Ferris Bueller's Day Off's Matthew Broderick. The best way to win is not to play. So get off of Twitter, y'all.
Unless it's to follow me, of course. Okay, so the next couple can be grouped into the same kind
1986, 1985, 1984, 1983, I don't remember.
on a general category, so we're going to speedrun these. Here are a few unwritten rules when it comes to watching Geometry Dash live streams. Number 22, never tell a streamer that you're jumping to a hard level. They do not care and it's clear that you just want attention. Number 23,
I would extend that to like never tell the streamer what you're doing in the game. Said with the most loving thing. Like there's like, I've talked about this before. There's a bit of give and take with like streamer and chat, but like when you're talking about like specific advice for just you, or you're talking about what you're specifically doing in the game, you're making the stream and the experience all about you. Versus I think the whole point of streaming as a phenomenon is allowing yourself to be caught up in like the vibe that chat is currently feeling. And not like the narcissistic, like, okay, I'm having a one-on-one conversation with the streamer. Like, how do I extract value from the streamer versus like hanging out with everybody here and kind of learning how to vibe with the group? Does that make sense? So like, I would go even further. Like, don't like mention the fact that you're jumping or like, you know, it's more about like, just don't make like the whole thing about you. And this happens a lot because I think also like this happens because like, especially with GD, the audience fears younger. And I'm not saying like you're immediately a jerk if you do this. I just think that it's like a vibe thing, you know? I think I understand the tendency to want to do this, but I just think it's about like Like if you walk into a group of people at a party, like 5 or 6 people talking, and they're talking about something, it's not really like good social etiquette to walk in and be like, hey, so this is the thing I'm doing right now. What do you think? You know, it's reading the room. That's all it is. Like, I'm not trying to be a jerk. Like, I want people to feel comfortable with participating in that kind of thing. It's just part of socially interacting is being able to like read and see what other people are doing and how they're interfacing with each other, and then adding to the conversation versus like hearts during the conversation to like, anyway, yeah, so I'm playing this level right now, and basically this is what I want to talk about right now. It's a read the room.
If you're thinking of spamming into stream chat, do literally anything better with your time. Number 24, do not ask the streamer for anyone on GD or any other platform. It makes you look like an idiot. Number 25, do not confide in streamers or trauma dump to them. You do not know them as a person, and they did not ask. Number 26, streamers.
Yeah, this is another. I'm actually really glad that he's saying a lot of this from the streamer perspective. Basically, yeah, there are a lot of parasocial viewers who are basically like, they're looking to their streamer to be their emotional sponge or like emotional support blanket. Like, guys, please just do better. Like, I'm very sorry if some of you don't have a support system in real life, but the answer is not trauma dumping to the streamer you watch. The answer is probably unplugging from being online and figuring something else
Are
out.
not your friend. If
I'm
you
going to
feel
be
yourself
honest.
forming a parasocial relationship with one of them, please take a step back. Number 27, do not tell streamers that you just hit 1,000 subscribers. Real ones know. Number 28, don't be a backseat gamer. This includes telling streamers what they're doing wrong in a level or telling them to play a certain level.
Teach my dog flew away into space. I miss her. That's funny.
Number 29.
Unless that's true, I'm sorry.
Last but not least, never try to be funny in stream chat. Stream viewers are the most unfunny people on this earth. If any of those last couple have confused you,
You know what? I'm going to push back on that one, chat, because I think that this is the answer to chat's vibe. Now, here's the thing. Some people are not funny, but I think that it is better to try to be funny and to fall flat on your face than to have never tried to be funny at all. I would vastly prefer my viewers and my chatters make an attempt at being funny, so long as they're vibing with the other chatters and they're trying to like yes and the bit and keep the ball of momentum and energy going. I would vastly prefer that to people who are just kind of like, I don't know, talking about some other stuff. So like, it's okay to say something and it not be funny, I guess.
chat. Stream viewers are the most unfunny people on this earth.
Try to be funny sometimes the situation calls for funny. Exactly. It's another read the room thing.
If any of those last couple have confused you or you're not really sure why it's a
But I will agree with Trio. Like, I didn't realize before streaming how many people really struggle with being funny in the nicest way possible. I didn't realize that being funny was so hard for some people. But, you know, part of like my stream and my vibe, like I want to help y'all partake in comedy. I want to, and if I can help y'all be funnier, that's cool. God, I sound like such a dickhead right now. Sorry.
You're probably too young to be using the internet unsupervised. Give the device back to mom. Number 30, always put unluckiest victor in your titles. If you died more than like twice,
do I need to do that?
You have to let everyone know that you specifically are the most unlucky victor. It doesn't matter that you underpracticed. It doesn't matter that all the deaths were your fault. And it certainly doesn't matter that the level has over 300 victors. You are entitled to that title that not a single person cares about. Nobody's clicking on a video with unluckiest victor in the title. Grow up. Number 31, do not, and I repeat.
I was about to say, like, I don't really see how that helps sell a video in terms of packaging. So, okay, good.
Do not tag a billion GD creators in your community tab posts. We do not need our notifications blowing up with people pinging us for zero reason. Plus, it makes you look like a new gen, so super don't do that. Number 32, do not say.
I wouldn't argue like that it's even new gen. I would just like, I would hazard against just like blowing up any creator because it just like, it comes across disingenuously. Like, it's the same energy of like coming into a streamer's chat and being like, hey, bro, I stream too. And it's like that's like, don't get me wrong, that's fine. It just like, it comes off. I've talked about this before because earlier on when I streamed, people were like, why do streamers not like self promo? And it's just because like, I think it might be because like a lot of people are also on the spectrum, so they can't really read like the social situations that well. So like, they're just like, oh man, I'm doing something and I want to promote the thing that I'm doing. So what's wrong with me going to like someone else who is doing something and just like blanket promoting my own stuff? It just like, it's a social faux pas. Like it's like a weird thing to do versus like if you're just kind of like hanging out with a streamer and like you're trying to get to know them and that kind of thing, that's different. And I'm not saying that like you should do that with like the like obviously it's also bad to have that in the back of your head of like, I'm viewing this streamer as like I want to get close to them so that I can then promote my stuff. Like, don't do that either. I would say you should just kind of like, you should just kind of stay in your lane and not try and like force yourself upon others. But I understand that a lot of people online, they tend to do this, but like, I just want people to know that like, you might be rubbing people the wrong way if the way that you're interacting with people, especially other creators online, is like that way. Like, it's just, you're trying to promote yourself, but you're just rubbing others the wrong way.
Take your anger out on
It's a vibe thing. It's hard, and like I understand, like it's hard. Like, don't get me wrong, like it's tough to grow right now and to obviously promote and get people to watch and care about you. Like, I'm not saying that it's not, but like I think there are better avenues to do this versus just like hitting someone up and being like, hey, you know.
GD level creators, even if their level really sucks. So this one should be self-explanatory, but for some reason I'm still seeing people do this in 2026. You know, just like how you're trying to beat levels for fun, creators are just trying to create levels
check
for
for
fun.
sure.
If you don't like a level that someone created, that's perfectly fine. You are entitled to that opinion. You can think about not liking a level, you can even talk to other people about not liking a level, but there is no reason that you should be saying this stuff directly to the creator. The only exceptions are if there are literal game-breaking bugs in the level, or if the creator directly asks you specifically for feedback. Even then, there's no reason to be rude. If you feel the strong urge to message a creator and say negative things, please go outside. Number 33. Beating a single demon puts you in the top third of GD players worldwide. Being a part of this community
Wait, is that real?
can easily skew your perception of what it means to be good at the game. You gotta remember though that Geometry Dash has been downloaded hundreds of
But I have so many people every day tell me that I'm trash because I'm stuck on Bloodbath. Wait, am I good at the game?
millions of times since its release date. Several AI sources suggest that roughly 2/3 of those people have never beaten a single demon. Think back to middle school when you and all of your friends downloaded the game. How many of them ever went out to beat a demon? I know that I was one of
When I was in middle school, none of my friends played GD. We played League of Legends. No, I don't think that was till high school. I was playing Gmod. I don't know what my friends were playing. Monkey Ball?
Hi.
What's up, A-Bomb IX 2012? Thanks for the 20 sec. I don't know what currency that is, but thanks.
of 2 people in my entire grade to ever go on to beat a demon that I know of. And I went to a pretty big school. So if you're sitting there watching an elite, professional anomaly of a GD player like myself, and you're feeling bad because you've never beaten anything harder than an entry extreme, yeah, you should feel bad. You really suck. Number 34. Players who do not use SEO device or...
See, like, I kind of do the same thing. I love the bait and switch with comedy. So it's like, hey, don't beat yourself up, you know? It just means that you're a complete and utter loser. It's said in jest. Obviously, you can tell from like what he said that that's not what he believed.
Keyboard in 2026 are elite.
It's funny because opposite.
Shout out to all the 2026 mobile players out there and like the 10 controller players who still play the game. And I guess the mouse players too. In a sea of Buzz Lightyears on the shelf, we are the winning lottery ticket. We are strong. We are resilient. We are powerful. Everyone else is below us, and we should look down on them. Number 35. Do not use mashups. Maybe it's my age or just my taste in music, but I have not heard a single good mashup. Every time I click on a stream and the player is using a mashup, it always makes me click off earlier than I otherwise would. Just stick to the real songs, man. Number 36. Changing your menu music to anything other than a chill song probably means you suck. So while I don't think it's acceptable to use mashups, it is acceptable to change your menu music. There are, however, a couple limitations to this. If you
I need to figure out how to change my menu music. Every time I watch Connix's stream, he has like that fun, like little cartoony Looney Tune sounding song. And I'm like, I want to change mine from the blanket. I need to figure out how to do
you're
that.
gonna change this banger menu loop, it's gotta be to a chill song. Anything with any amount of intensity shows a severe lack of skill. When I was in 9th grade, I remember telling my friend Kenski that I was gonna change my menu music to iCore by Extruller. Thankfully, he quickly knocked some
I do
sense
have
into me
Geode.
and told me that it was a little bit too hype to be the first thing you hear when you open the game. If you didn't do that, like I don't know what I would have done. I probably would have just been terrible forever. Many years down the line, I started using the Mario Kart 8 Rainbow Road song for the menu loop. At the time, I really liked how it sounded in my intros and outros in my YouTube videos. Eventually, I realized that it was severely hindering my skill when I was struggling to make progress on Cold Sweat. Coincidence
too
or
hype.
not, my progress began to skyrocket as soon as I changed back to the default, and I ended up beating it soon after. Number 37. Frame perfects don't mean anything. 60 FPS frame perfects are the most useless indicator of difficulty. If you go into a stream chat and you ask the streamer how many frame perfects are in the level they're playing, you're obviously a new gen. To show a quick example,
Maybe I'm crazy, and this might be a bit of a troll point. And granted, I only have to deal with, I've only ever had to deal with like 160 FPS frame perfect in Bloodbath. I kind of agree. And again, it's not like a left brain thing, it's a right brain feel thing. Like, I get it that frame perfects matter to a degree, but there's a part of my brain that's like, just like, practice it enough to get the feel of it. Like, why does it matter what the frame data is if you just eventually develop your muscle memory to where you feel it? Like, I don't know. I feel like frame data matters more to people who can't beat a level than the people who do beat the level. Sorry, I'm not trying to rage bait. Do you know what I mean?
Example, Congregation and Tartarus have the same number of frame perfects.
Oh, sorry. Maybe not. Maybe frame perfect is different than the 60 FPS. What's the thing? Yeah, the Michigan UFO. Yeah,
Tartarus
yeah.
is harder than my hardest demon, therefore it's impossible.
Do you know what I'm saying, though?
Congregation, on the other hand, is the easiest.
Like, that was also a sentiment when I was speedrunning Super Mario 64. Like, my chat would get, like, super obsessive about, like, frames and stuff. And then, like, I would do canonless or whatever. And they're just like, oh, my God, the way you do canonless is crazy. And I'm just like, is it? I just kind of do it because I figured out how it feels good for me to consistently do it. Like, I don't know.
Easiest level I've ever played in the entire server. We can see by this example that 60 FPS frame.
Yeah, like, genuinely not trying to rage bait. I kind of agree. There's no difference between a frame perfect and a normal jump. Both get consistent. Yeah, like, I get, like, on paper how one seems more impressive than the other, but they're both just, like, muscle memory at the end of the day. I'm genuinely not trying to rage bait.
Perfects mean essentially nothing. Additionally, most
And I
players who are
understand
beating
that,
hard
like,
levels-
again, blanket in a vacuum, they're more difficult because you have less time for the input. But if we've already agreed that, like when you're playing higher level difficulty GD, the level kind of falls into the background because you're so in the flow of, like, your muscle memory. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking out of my ass, but this is just something that I feel like in my gut.
levels are not playing on 60 FPS, so they quite literally mean absolutely nothing. It's fine to use them as a fun stat, but nobody who can actually beat levels with 60 FPS frame perfects in them care about the frame perfects. Number 38. Do not.
I kind of agree. Like, I don't think they're thinking, like, it's different by the time you get to, like, I assume, like, 240 frame perfects, like, and then, like, you have, like a million of those in one level, like on the impossible levels, like, sure. But, like, a handful of frame perfects in a level, like, I don't know if that's worth being like, I don't know. Again, it's just, like, it's my own vibe. It's like, yeah, it's difficult, but, like, you'll get a feel for it.
Put blind clicks or transitions in your level. Just please don't. Number 39. Your level is probably way better than the comment section suggests. As I've alluded to earlier, people can be very mean about their feedback with levels. You can find a lot of negativity in the comment section of levels, especially newly rated ones. These people are probably very young and also extremely jealous that their levels don't get enough attention. The community can be very overcritical when it comes to level feedback, so your levels are really probably not that bad. Number 40. If you're an inexperienced creator and you're thinking of making an asymmetric duel, don't. If you're making terrible asymmetric duels in your level, I take back everything nice I just said in the previous rule. Number 41. If you're new to Deco, the first thing you need to do is learn what colors go together. Not only do you not want your level to look like complete crap, but you also want there to be enough contrast. Before you say anything, I'm not talking about memory gameplay. I'm talking about parts like Anthrax and Artificial Ascent and Yatagarasu where you just gotta guess where to go. Number 42. The Babam is the best robot. If you're looking for peak athleticism, look no further. Just watch how awesome I looked when beating the Golden. Any other robot would have looked straight up stupid. Number 42. Hyperrealism is kind of lame. I do want to say that anyone can create whatever they want in GD as long as it doesn't violate TOS. With that being said, I personally think that levels that look like music videos or hyper-realistic animations are kind of lame. They're very technically impressive and they get a lot of views on YouTube, and they're also probably pretty fun to make if you're pushing your skills with the editor. But what's infinitely more impressive is a level that is fun to play. There are so many examples of hyper-realistic or music video-esque levels that 1, make people lag on low-end devices, and 2, have pretty much zero playtesting. I don't know about you guys, but I'm here to play the game, not watch it. Number 44. Using the number.
I think that's a fair point. I think there's a tendency sometimes, this, like, whole maximalist thing. I've talked about this before, and I mean, I've even talked about it earlier in this video with, like, all the visual effects and stuff. Like, I do think sometimes, like, people forget that, like, to make a good chair, you first structurally need to have a chair that stands on 4 legs. Some people sometimes make a chair that only has 2 legs and it'll topple over, but they spend all their time on energy on, like, upholstering it in, like, this really fancy leather so it looks really good. But if the chair can't stand on 4 legs, it's not worth upholstering it in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
The number of streams someone spent on a level to measure its difficulty is incredibly low IQ. I cannot believe I even have to say this in 2026, but I'm still seeing people do it. Like, how do you even think that's a smart thing to do? I don't understand. Like, are you just completely ignoring the fact that the streamer could have played it off stream, or that this stream was less focused than the other one, or that they streamed for different amounts of time, or maybe they were just more distracted on the stream? Like, there's like, what is wrong with you? If it's still
Dude, expecting nuance out of viewers online is just impossible. I think that's part of the ego death I've experienced as a streamer. Like, people are just always going to wander into like a content creator for the first time and just assume a bunch of like context where there is none. Because they're dumb, or also just because like they want to like instigate. And it's just like, it's impossible. Because I've experienced the same thing with this bloodbath grind, right? It's like, we've straight up had days of this bloodbath grind where I maybe play the game for maybe like 10 minutes on stream and nothing else. And like, you'll still have like chatters or rage baiters who are just like, bro, what the? And it's like, dude, if you actually cut down how much time I've actually spent on bloodbath, it probably doesn't add up to a full 45 days. But like, people don't understand nuance online, and it's just like, it's less interesting to them to try and understand the nuance. They would rather just like believe whatever they convince themselves to believe. It just kind of is what it is.
still not sticking in your brain, let me give you an example. I beat Cold Sweat on stream 5. I beat Neurostasis on stream 6. Clearly, this means that Neurostasis is harder than Cold Sweat. Number 45. Spam gameplay is very low IQ. This is not the direction we want to take gameplay in 2026. Number 46. What? Number 46.
Windows
Visual
sound?
obstructions are very low IQ. I am very passionate about this one. What is the reason for making it that you cannot see where you're going? Why are we putting decoration that goes over the icon? Why are we putting a click in the middle of a flashbang? Why are we putting clicks that go off the screen? Why are we using shaders that prevent you from seeing where the spikes are? I'll give you a little hint. There is no reason.
I agree. I think it's dishonest difficulty. Like, that's fine if you want to argue it's like for visual flavor or whatever. I think if there's any visual flavor in your level that obstructs the view of the player, I think it's dishonest difficulty, and I don't particularly like it.
Visual obstructions are the purest form of artificial difficulty and the laziest form of memory. Play
Holy
test the levels
based!
and spend more than 2 seconds thinking about the gameplay. Number 47. If someone's argument is unbelievably stupid, it's probably rage bait. This one is especially true on Twitter.
True.
Enough said. Number 48. No one cares about your GD completions or stream highlights. You might be surprised to hear this coming from someone who exclusively made stream highlights content when I first started my channel, but you gotta realize that it's 2026. This is not a viable form of content to grow a channel anymore. You might look at some people like Zeronium, Nepesta, or Doggy who are still able to get some semi-viral videos using stream highlights, but they are the top 1% of the top 1%.
Yeah, they get view. Like, it's one of those things, like the people who already have numbers just get more numbers. I mean, that's like a law of life in general, but certainly in content creation. Like, Doggy is able to get views on his videos simply because like people read, like, for example, like they see this here. If they read Doggy's name right there, they click the video. You know what I'm saying? Like, the title of a Doggy video could literally be like taking a break from grief. And as long as his name's there, maybe even his face in the thumbnail, it'll still get views. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I do agree with the sentiment of like, if you're trying to grow as a small creator, you do have to be a little more creative with how you make your content.
Don't waste your time making these videos unless you truly enjoy them. There are many other video formats that will give you a much better bang for your buck when it comes to channel growth.
It's interesting how one of his main persuasion methods is it's 2026. I mean, I do think that there's a lot of missing context there, but I think what he's saying is like, with each passing year in the content creator space, it just gets more hyper competitive, right? Like, if you're trying to get into content creation and you're not putting forethought into the kind of content you're posting, and you're expecting to be able to be competitive with the people who are putting that forethought into content, you're deluding yourself, you know? Like, I guess as a content creator, I understand what he meant by that, but I can see like you potentially saying like, okay, that's kind of missing it. But like, you know, like it's only going to get harder. Like, with each passing year, it's only going to get harder. And that's why like I try to inspire people by like people who do want to be content creators. That sentiment of like, oh man, I'm too late, or like it's way too competitive. It's like, it's too late for me. Like, look at it from a different perspective of like, it's only going to get more competitive. Like, your life is going to keep passing you by, and you're going to look back in hindsight and be like, oh, I should have started back then. Like, it is only going to get harder. And that's true for like everything in life.
49. Star grinding isn't lame if you enjoy it. Star grinding might not be the flashiest hobby, and it's
Like, even with like, obviously in the present day, 2026 is super competitive. By the time it's 2030, like, and you're a content creator, you're going to be like, oh, maybe 2026 wasn't comparatively as competitive. You know, it's like, yeah, the times are going to keep changing and it's going to get harder as like the collective hive mind of content creation. Like, people just like optimize more and they understand the game better. Like, it's going to be this amorphous blob that keeps on evolving, and you can either adapt with it or completely be lost in the riptide.
certainly not going to get you
And that is intimidating, but you know, you can only start whenever you start. And it's more important to start than to never try.
famous. But if that's what you like to do, then do it. You're the only person who needs to decide if your hobbies are worth it or if they're cool or not. That power should not be given to anyone else.
True.
Last but certainly not least, number 50. You have to subscribe if you made it to this part of the video. I said it. That's it. That's
I'm already subscribed, Biz.
number 50. I said it. On a serious note, I didn't actually think of a 50th one, so we'll just say like Math Genius.
Here's my 50th unwritten rule for Geometry Dash. Have fun. Underrated, but true.
Sucks, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. The video's over. Like the video, comment, subscribe, go watch my other stuff. All right, goodbye.
I feel like content creation will become more luck-based. I feel like there's a quote. There's some kind of quote here. Those who lack skill will misattribute skill-based achievements with luck.
Oh, wait. I just actually thought of a really good one. Always make sure that shadow play is working when you're about to beat a hard level. I've seen so many people have to
Shadowplay?
rebeat very difficult levels because they did not make sure that shadow play was working. Like, do a test recording, all right? Do a test clip, do a test recording. Make sure everything's all good. You do not want to feel the pain of having to rebeat one of your hardest demons. I personally have not had to do it, and I hope it stays that way. All right, now the video's over for real. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
All right, W video. I hope y'all enjoyed that. Also, I'll speak really quick to what I just said. I do think that obviously there's an aspect to luck in everything. But I think oftentimes one of the most popular ways that we all can self-sabotage ourselves is the minute we identify something that we want to partake in or a path that we want to walk in life. A very easy way to talk yourself out of doing something is like, for example, in Geometry Dash, you see like a big creator and you're just like, oh, they got lucky. I'm not going to get that lucky. I give up. You know, it's very easy to just like discount things for like entirely luck as an excuse for yourself to never try at anything. And that's why I'm just going to push back at that every time, because obviously luck is in play, but the only way you guarantee that you're never going to be able to achieve the things you want in life is by never trying. The only way you create any possibility for yourself is by actively trying and trying to be consistent and trying to maintain some kind of frequency of effort over a long period of time. Exactly. Luck is in play, but you still have the cards. That's a great way to put it. So yeah, you can choose to never play and never try and never amount to anything. That's certainly the option that everybody always has. If we're keeping with the playing cards analogy, you can always fold. But when you fold pre-flop, you guarantee that you're not going to win the hand. But if you play it out, you see the flop, you see the turn, the river. And again, it's a statistical thing, but how many times, like, a lot of poker players get super pissed off when someone gets the exact cards they need on the river and they're doing crazy bets pre-flop and they're like, why the hell did you play this hand? You shouldn't have played this hand. But they did. And they won. And you're the one who's mad. So W react, y'all. Keep on recommending videos for me to react to. And keep on working on stuff you care about. And take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next one. Damn, bro. We already been streaming for freaking 2 hours, chat. That's kind of crazy. I gotta boot up Geometry Dash. Hold on. That was a long, fat reaction. Well, there was a lot to talk about, you know? There's a lot for us to talk about. Sorry, guys. So, a lot of you weren't here at the start of the stream. I'm not going from 0 today. I'm gonna give from 0 a bit of a break because we've literally gotten 27% 7 times. I think I want to try 33% to 66%. Give y'all 2 minutes. We'll see where that takes us. I have no idea what my current best from 33 is. We have not grinded from 33. This is a new grind. I'm trying to get Bloodbath in 3 runs. If we can get this, this is one of the runs technically we need to get there. So I don't know, just believe. I'm gonna take a quick, I'd say 2-minute ad break. We'll be right back. I'll keep the prediction running and we'll do some Bloodbath. That was a lot of reacting. I feel like those were good reacts today, though, no? Oh yeah, the prediction. 60% of you say that we can get 33% to 66%. 40% say no. I like those odds. That's pretty good. This will be a good change of scene. Oops. Woo! Okay. Can we get GG boy? First try. Second try. No warm up. Yo, I think we did that yesterday too. We got it second try. 2 days in a row. Pog. Okay. Do I warm up or do I just send from 33? Let's go. Oops. Chat, how should I do this? I was thinking, because I don't want to over clutter this bottom left section with all our runs. But like, here, let me show you kind of what I'm talking about. Like if I add our 33% run, it just kind of becomes too much. Should I like remove one of these maybe? Because I want to track our 33% progress. Because that's like the most important thing. I think I want to get rid of this one maybe. Thoughts? That's what I'm going to do. No, I know the natural inclination is to keep the most impressive, but I kind of want to keep what we're currently focusing on. Yeah, I'm just going to get rid of these. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of the runs that don't apply to us trying to get it in 3 runs. I think that makes sense. Because at this point, you guys, you know. Because I just think I don't want to information overload people. Because I think the more important thing is like, how far are we getting from 33%? All right, that's 44. Let's update that. Okay, I think I'm going to warm up crack. Also, obviously, like the goal for today's stream is 33 to 66. But obviously 33 to 71 would be a lot better. Because if we get 33 to 71, that means we don't have to do another run to 100. So that's like my actual overarching goal. But since we're going for Bloodbath in 3 runs, I kept it 33 to 66 because that's technically what we need for it to be mathematically a run that divides into 3 runs. Does that make sense? But 33% to 71 would literally have it so that we have 2 of the 3 Bloodbath runs we need for Bloodbath in 3 runs, which would be cool. Oh my god, my crack is bad today. Or rough. 33 to 66 or 33 to 71 are both equally as good? No, you don't understand, because we already have 71 to 100, right? So like, if we get to 33 to 66, that's like the ball spam at the end of a Sonic. So that's really just a few clicks, and it's the difference between us already having, like we already have 71 to 100. If we get 33 to 71, then we're just already like 2 runs down out of the 3 runs we need for Bloodbath in 3 runs. So actually it's a 5% difference, but it's so much better for us because it's less work we have to do, basically. Yeah, it's like strategically more sound. $42 to $72? That's not bad either. $42 to $72 is not bad. That's a pretty good run. So now we just have to tack on Evasium. Woo! And that was our first time playing a Sonic today, so we didn't even need to warm it up. That's W. Okay, some of you weren't around for the start of the stream. Guys, the reason we're doing this is because we're basically planning ahead so that when we go back to runs from 0, if we get a Michigan clear, that will be our last run to get Bloodbath in 3 runs. Do you understand now? Sorry, some of you weren't here for the start of stream. Does that make more sense? Like, I feel like you guys are kind of overthinking this right now. Question, is Bloodbath beginning carried for difficulty? Yeah, now that I've been grinding, I'm starting to feel that. Now that I've been getting runs from 0 to Michigan, I'm starting to understand why it's so important to get a Michigan clear. That's another reason why I want to practice Evasium and the parts after basically like all the parts after Michigan, I feel like this is also good to practice consistency for. Because when we get a Michigan clear from 0, if this part is automatic, we could get like a crazy run from 0. You know what I'm saying? So I know we're going a bit out of order right now, but I think this honestly, especially since we've choked 27% 7 times from 0, doing exactly this run right now makes so much sense for us. I think it's the best thing that we could be doing. I mean, arguably the best thing we could be doing is practicing from 25%, but I kind of just want to let Michigan cook today. I'd rather try and get 33 as far as we can get. And who knows? I mean, we could fluke a 33 to 100 run, and then we just have Bloodbath in frickin' 2 runs, basically. You never know. The fluke is always flukeable. Okay, 33 to 48. That's better. It's so easy to choke, bro. It's a clean 15%. That's not bad. New best pog. I also don't think we've ever practiced from 33 on stream, so this is doubly good for us. I am nervous, though. This is definitely a tense part of the run, which is also a good reason for why we need to practice it. Okay. Oh. Yeah, this is a really nice break. I think 1-0 is starting to tilt me a little too much, so this is also a good change of speed. That's one of the nice things about practicing this level is, like, I don't have to lab one part of it to be productive. Like, as long as I'm developing longer runs for consistency, I'm still remaining productive. So if I'm starting to feel burnt out on one part of the level, I can always practice a different section of it. Which I guess once we have it in 2 runs, that becomes a little different, but yeah. I have a tendency to overclick there because I get nervous. I think the more runs I get there, the less nervous I'll get, though. Crack is definitely more of a nerve control thing than anything right now for me. Another reason why I have to practice this, because I'm sure the crack nerves are going to be crazy from 0. So if we can't handle crack nerves from 33, we certainly can't handle them from 0 yet. The more I play this level, the more I just realize that nerves are such a problem for me as a GD player. I just get nervous. Because I care. Okay, I felt that. It was because I hit the bottom there. If I didn't hit the bottom, I think I would have been able to hit that straight fly. But hitting the bottom there kind of messed up my flow. Was not prepared. Oops. Any idea on how many hours you played Bloodbath? Bro, I have no idea. Ever since we got rid of the timer and I've started practicing off stream, no clue. But also just not something I'm personally worried about. I understand the curiosity, but it's all the same to me. I just either get better at the level or that's about it. Okay. I was high on that entry. I over-adjusted. Felt that. Whoa, okay, those presses were tough. Okay, nice. We got through the straight fly again. That's actually huge. The 48% was a bit of a fluke, but I hit that muscle memory a bit better. Okay. I'm dialing. Dude, it was storming here last night. I literally woke up at like 3 a.m. because like we were having the kind of thunderstorms where like it sounded like explosions were going on outside. It was crazy. I got so scared. Sorry, had a lot of Taco Bell last night. Why are you apologizing for having Taco Bell? What? Am I missing something? I'm over swooping on that part. I think I typically adjust kind of more delicately there. I have to remind myself that I'm still kind of warming this part up. It's feeling a little shaky today. Oh, you were implying that you were having explosive diarrhea. I see. I get it now. My bad. Zeus probably got mad last night. Dude, sometimes I feel like I have upset the Greek gods. And I didn't steal no golden fleece, but sometimes they be pissed at me. Kratos type beat. Do y'all think I'm the god of war? Oops. Honestly, that's W. If I get past 44% and I die on the straight fly, that's still progress to me. Because I'm choking 44% today. That frickety dickety portal. God of Poor? True, man. I need more monies. We got any other Gods of Poor in chat today? Okay, that was good. I didn't have a lot of confidence in the lineup I had for the straight fly. So honestly, I was pleasantly surprised. That's a new best, 49, eh? That is not bad. I just got very nervous and choked. Now you're the god of bloodbaths? I'm trying to be, bro. It's a process. I think I'm the god of going to war with bloodbath. I gotta flow more like water. Things don't happen by forcing it. Things happen by flowing through it. Oops. Like poop. Oh, poop, you never let us down. Yep. I tensed up. There is no proof that Tej is the god of war in this deeper than Earth core conspiracy. Are you poking holes in my god of warliness? That's probably fair. I'm probably just a guy. Oops. I'm gonna be the god of snore tonight, and that's on God, my guy. I wish I was the god of snore last night. Because of the thunderstorm, I couldn't really sleep. It like woke me up, and then I was just like kind of awake in my bed. I tried to fall back asleep, and then like I scrolled on my phone the way we all do. So my sleep was segmented in two. Yeah, that was just jank. Ah. Yo, Teej, how's the TS2 been going lately? Not bad, bro. Wait, this is Bloodbath. Not bad. Oh, I just need to hold a little longer there. Oh my God, the head bonk. Y'all ever hit your head sometimes? I'm 12 feet tall, so it's hard for me to fit through doors. Never measure me. Aw, man, I'm literally immeasurable. Wait, Shaquille O'Neal in chat? Hog, bro. I'm a big fan of your work, specifically on the LA Lakers in like 2003. Teej, do you watch One Piece? Not really. I was a manga reader for a minute, but I'm super behind now. Ah! 2003 was prime Teej. Y'all aren't OGs like me, though. You wouldn't understand. Were you following me around back in 2003? I didn't even make content back then. I think I was in like first grade. Oops. Yeah, I heard the manga's pretty peak right now. Okay, I need to go practice that straight fly again to get my confidence back, but we're definitely cracking crack today, folks. We've at least warmed up the flow from 33. We need to get the confidence back, though. Yeah, you see, this is the same from when we were playing from 0, and my Michigan straight fly got cooked. The longer you lose it, the more it's lost. What's up, Mordo Virat? How's it going? Teej, do you like constantly gameplay or raw difficulty? I don't know what that means. Teej, what's your favorite filling for tortellino or similar foods? Is tortellino like tortellini? I'd say cheese. You can't beat the classics. Okay. I'm glad that I'm practicing crack again because my crack consistency is horrible today. I don't know what I thought I was going to get from Evasium. It was looking a lot better yesterday. Tortellini and ravioli, so good. I think I prefer when like those things are filled with cheese versus meat. That's the difference between tortellini and ravioli, right? Or no? What's the difference between tortellini and ravioli? Because they're both pasta pockets that hold something, right? Dude, oh my god. Crack is gross today. Ravioli's bigger? Really? Huh. Yeah, I feel like shape makes more sense. The lesson we learned today is to go on crack. Ha 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 ha! I see what you did. Dude, this is the worst my crack has looked in days. This is crazy. I'm feeling that frickin' progress isn't linear, 2 steps forward, 1 step back type thing for this progression right now. Yeah, I gotta get my crack checked out, apparently. Oh, maybe get some coaching. Some kid today offered me a deal, 5,000 pounds of crack for 1K. Y'all really just be saying stuff today, huh? Mom, can we get crack? No, we have crack at home. Chef Boyardee type beat. Aw, but I love crack. I'm too unk. Y'all don't know that commercial. When the Chef Boyardee can follows the kid home. Dude. It might be a wash today, chat. Maybe I didn't get enough sleep. It's just one of those days. This is just not going the way I was practicing it yesterday. What can you do? Am I gonna lose all my bubbles today? Yeah, probably. It's hard to know if it's gonna be an on day or off day when we're starting. That's part of the fun of the prediction. Am I gonna be locked in or locked out? But like, yeah, like I'm so inconsistent on crack today. Like genuinely, it has not looked like this in weeks. Which is, as you guessed it, kind of annoying. But that's how it is sometimes. You can't force your brain to do stuff it doesn't want to do. It was feeling so good last night, though. Like, it felt automatic. And even the day before, it felt automatic. And now, like, I just can't even get past the first section. Which is weird because we had that run. Maybe I'm just in the phase of playing Bloodbath now where like I'm ultra susceptible to mind block. Because we literally had that run, didn't we? Where we got through all of crack and like 71%. I don't know. Overpressed. Teej will have a LeBron down 3-1 in the finals comeback. Didn't the Lakers get 4-0 swept this playoffs? That's kind of how I'm feeling right now. Against OKC, right? I'm just so glad OKC isn't in the finals. In 2016? No, I know they were talking about like a previous LeBron, not current. I'm just joshing. Tomorrow I have a test that I didn't study. It's an important one. I know I can handle pulling an all-nighter. Should I do it? I don't know. Typically, I would tend more towards like you've already made your grave. You kind of have to sit in it. Like, the L was procrastinating to begin with. But I also procrastinated when I was younger, so I don't blame you or fault you for it. But like, you're low-key kind of screwed, in my opinion. Yeah, low-key, it's more important to get sleep than to like sabotage yourself by being super tired. That chatter actually made a good point. They have better advice than I do. This is actually good. At this rate, I don't have to play from 0 tomorrow. I can stall on the middle section longer. Look at the bright side. Yeah, I had a feeling I'd die on 61. I feel like I need to get another crack clear, though. I feel like it would be ill-advised with how inconsistent I am to immediately go back. Like, look at this. I'm going to be honest, chat. Yeah, I think you got to know when to hold them and when to fold them. I don't think consistency's there for us today. And I think in an act of self-compassion, I'm not going to try and force it. Because I think this bloodbath grind is about longevity. It's not about forcing it when it's not there. And honestly, high key, I kind of just feel sleep deprived today because of the thunderstorm last night. And I feel like I want to be nice to myself and get the stuff I need edited today and then probably go outside, get some fresh air, and hit it again tomorrow. No, I'm not going to stream later today. That's crazy. All right, I'm ending on TikTok. I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care. You got to know when to hold them and when to fold them. So chat, can we get 33% to 66% today? No. Sorry, believers. But I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day. We had some W Fun Reacts today. I think we've finally gotten ahead of schedule, so we won't have to do double content tomorrow. We can just do one react and then jump into Bloodbath tomorrow. But I hope you all had a great time. Thank you so much for the stream. I had a lovely time, a lovely day. I'm glad that I'm ending the stream not tilted, because yesterday's stream I ended it super tilted, but I think the longer I play GD, the better I'm going to make these judgment calls of like, okay, I'm feeling sleepy today. My muscle memory's not really there. I feel like I can't really lock into the flow of the game. It's all good, bro. So take care of yourselves, chat. Good night, good noon, wherever you are. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace!